We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Our brand new Get Started with JewelleryMaker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Okay, which carol are we going to sing first?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, let's do none, shall we? That's the best carol in July is none whatsoever. Welcome back. Here we are. It is Christmas in July. There's no clues anywhere, is there, at all? Welcome back. Lovely Hannah Osborne, of course, here with us. The lady with the talent. Oh, my word. I love these.
Yeah, I've been getting festive. I had Michael Bublé on in the car on the way
Did
here.
You?
I was, yeah. And, you know.
Do you know, these teamed up with what Jan was making with the wire and the Swarovskis and the
stars and fantastic.
Yeah. And we've got a DVD coming up, haven't we?
We have,
We've got a DVD. Let's have a quick sneaky peeky right now, shall we? It's the Ginkgo Paisley Beaded Baubles DVD. So everything you need to know. Brand new today, launching in 60 minutes, launching at 7 o'clock. Make sure you are here. And I know a lot of hard work goes into these DVDs. And, yeah.
Trials and tribulations.
Trials and tribulations, but we get there.
Yeah, it doesn't help if you actually drop one of your non-shatterproof baubles just before the DVD gets filmed. So, challenging.
So this is invaluable to have. It definitely is. And if you're thinking July's far too early for something like this, no. I made the mistake a couple of years ago from being here thinking, oh, I'm going to make some Christmas stuff and I'll show all the viewers and show them how impressive my stuff is and everything else. Started too late and barely finished one. In fact, the first one didn't happen until February. So July is never early enough to start your Christmas planning, which is good. And you can take it in a different direction. Can't you, completely? Right, let's do some strands then, shall we? We've got two incredible kits for your baubles, two different colourways coming up as well. So one more traditional Christmas as we know, so the greens and the golds, and there's another one which is a little bit more, we were talking chocolate orange.
Well, yeah, or orange chocolate. I don't know which way around we're supposed to say it, but you know.
Either way is good with me.
It feels festive.
So on the lead up to the DVD and Christmas baubles, let's do some Christmas goodies that are all going under 10, shall we? Right, I've got a whole load of boxes, we've got loads to do, so let's crack straight through it, and we'll start with box number, over there. Let's start with some pyrite, shall we? So Late Show crew are all in the house. Leah is down on the floor with us, looking extremely festive.
She's got a ho-ho-ho t-shirt, look.
It's dark there, isn't it? We can't see you properly. Anyway, she's there. And who's upstairs? We've got Sheridan is looking after everything. Yeah, she's in charge completely and utterly. And there's Adam. Adam's got his sort of festive shirt on, Adam, today, haven't you? Very nice. It's paisley to go with the Paisley Beads, isn't it? There's a little bit paisley, your shirt. So very, very nice indeed. And Lucy is looking after everything behind the scenes as well. So let's start with pyrite. Gorgeous, gorgeous faceted rondelles of pyrite. I love pyrite just because it has that weight, has that gravity. It's a good spacer as well. It's a nice gemstone in its own right, completely and utterly, but it's also a nice spacer for bigger beads and bigger designs, and it just gives you that it just gives you that weight. We haven't got too many of these either. $8.95 if you want it. Oh, we're not staying at $8.95. Oh, Sheridan's in the house. Of course. Ridiculous, Derek. Come on. Of course it's not staying at $8.95. Here we go. Straight the way down. Oh, that's the loveliest beading mat I've ever seen. Is this something new?
It is.
Oh,
it's one of the kit exchange boards that we had the other day. I think we've got some more coming up for the International Beading Week.
Oh, I love it.
So yeah, the lovely Katie buys these in.
It's gorgeous.
They're in all different colours, and I bought 2.
I love it. I think it's brilliant.
Oh, I take it everywhere.
$4.95 from $8.95. We don't have too many of these in Dell Straight in South Yorkshire, Collector in Hampshire. 3 of these wheeling their way down to Hampshire. Teresa, you're there. Christine, you're there as well. $4.95. Now listen, I want to hear from you tonight as well. If there's anything you're looking out for in an under 10 selection, then let us know, and the message goes straight to the top. $4.95. The text number is 60777, and you start your message with JM Studio. If there's anything that you want to ask Hannah before, during or after, the DVD, the demonstrations, anything you want to know about this lovely new beadboard and case. Have these been on?
Yes, yeah, we had, I can't think which day it was that when did we launch
this
these?
week?
I can't remember. Oh no, a few weeks ago, but...
Are they on the website?
I don't know if they are, because
Okay,
I know they're going to be released again for International Beading Week, so that's the end of the month.
Oh, okay, look out for that.
So,
I want one of those. They're brilliant. Keep me tidy. Right, anyway, let's move on. We've got amethyst now, for a dog tooth amethyst now. Big, big rounds. 12mm round on this. I love it. I'm going to have a look on the website. I love it. It's brilliant. 370 carats, lots and lots of different beads as well. Look at the depth of colour. I love it. Right, okay, 1 minute to get yourself in, but not at this price tag. Because under 10, well, it is under 10. $9.95 is under 10, but only by 1 bob. 1 bob?
1 bob?
1 bob. Whatever that means or meant. So, I want you to come on in right now. Take a leap of faith. Trust in what we do here at Jewellery Maker. We're going to take a huge percentage off this. In fact, shall we reduce it by 40% if you can work that out? Oh no, I can't work that out. I'm no good with figures. Yeah. Brenda, Sharon, the other people are already allocating already. Get it into your basket right now. $5.95. That's what 40% means.
That's a good start.
Brilliant.
It's going to be one of those shows,
yeah, it is. It is in the first hour, and because we're leading up to your DVD launch at 7 o'clock, of course. The Ginkgo and Paisley beaded baubles coming up at 7 o'clock. I have to be careful how I say that. You can't say that quickly, can you?
No.
You can't say that 3 times in a row, definitely. $5.95 for your strand. DVD launch at 7 o'clock as well. 2 amazing kits for the baubles as well. We only have 20 of these strands left, so if you want them, be quick, because that time is ticking away. It is like that countdown clock, isn't it?
Oh,
you know when you're trying to
that makes my heart go.
And still I can only get a 3-letter word. That's the most I can do.
Do you try and do the conundrum?
Actually, funnily enough, that's the one I'm usually good at.
Yeah, I always find I'm better at that than I am the other one, where you're just picking like bits of words. Ooh, sparklies.
Ooh, Sheridan, what are these next? Tell me. Are they? Ooh, okay.
Is it?
Oh
my gosh!
I've never seen us serve it up like this before. This is Tanzanite. Now, let me see if I can get hold of one. We may well lose one by guys, which, to be honest with you, is not a good thing, because we're losing enough on just doing this as an opportunity, to be honest with you. 2 carats of micro-faceted Tanzanite. Have we ever done a strand of micro-faceted Tanzanite? I don't think I've ever seen the like. Well, listen, I haven't been here since the end of January, so lots. Right. Okay, £7.95. So you've got 20 micro-faceted 2 by 1mm round, or 2 by 1mm, should I say, micro-faceted Tanzanite of any kind of colour. Wow. This is one of those. See, I think this would be one of those that we couldn't. Oh, okay. We're not done there. This is one of those. You know what I was saying earlier about microfaceted strands? We started with, was it topaz or zircon or something like that? White. It was a white gemstone.
Very nice.
And we did those at a certain price. And then we microfaceted other strands. And you wanted, regardless of the gemstone, you wanted every strand about that long to be the same price. Couldn't happen. Well, it has happened in a lot of those. I don't think we've ever had a long strand of Tanzanite, have we, microfaceted? It would be complete and utter,
cost a fortune.
Insane.
Yeah.
Commercially, it would just be like, OK, let's just shut the place down right now if we're going to do that. Do you know what I mean? $4.95. There's just over 20 of these sets remaining. So you get 20 individual stones. So if you've been waiting to do a little cluster with Tanzanite that is microfaceted, and to be honest, and it's difficult to show you with the tweezers, but you know the difference it makes microfaceting any gemstone in terms of its sparkle and its luster and everything else. This is Tanzanite, people, for heaven's sake. That's ridiculous. $4.95. Please just be quick. That is definitely one to be excited about. Hello, Francis. She said, good evening to the lovely Hannah and Derek, two of my favourite people on JM. Derek, keep those bargains coming. I will, definitely, all the way through until 10 o'clock. I didn't even know what was coming up in this show, by the way, because I crashed in halfway through one show and then into another one. So I had no idea what was coming up in the show as well. I knew we were doing the Christmas baubles because I'd seen that on the website. Great. That's all I knew. That's all I knew. So Sheridan
is... make an entrance, though.
Well, yeah, definitely. Sheridan is springing lots of surprises on both of us tonight, which is brilliant. I haven't been here since the end of January, but you know, you only bring the sherry out at Christmas, don't you? Hence why I'm here today. You see. I am that old bottle of sherry that never gets opened until Christmas. So, next up, let's do Aquamarine. And this is one of the longest strands of Aquamarine you probably will ever have seen here at JewelleryMaker. It's huge. It's just shy of 1 metre of Aquamarine. And you know how bright and lustrous and beautiful and valuable Aquamarine as a gemstone is to buy as well. We could wire work this into a lovely, great big kind of dream catcher design and set that in silver wire or something like that, and probably ask you for over £100 for it, in my personal opinion. You can take the strand and do what the heck you like with it. $6.95.
Technical terminology.
Yeah, do what the heck you like with it. $6.95. Because you know if you've done it yourself, you'll be happier with it. I think sometimes there's always an element to buying jewellery out in the big wide world where you go, if only they'd, I wish they hadn't. Do you know what I mean? And
you can call the shots.
You can do it. You can do whatever the heck you like. That is the technical term. $6.95, which for this gemstone, it's funny because this gemstone is so few and far between as well. We just don't see as much of it as we ever used to. Don't forget, 45 minutes to go. 45 minutes to go until we launch the Ginkgo and Paisley Beaded Baubles brand new DVD. Premiere. 7 o'clock. Right, there's not enough of you there. We've got to take a drastic move. And there's only one thing that we can do. I can either let my hairy chest out.
Oh my goodness me.
Which is not something any of us need to see on a Saturday night. Or Sheridan's like, oh, I'm going to straight that price straight down then. We're not having that happening. I've only just arrived. $4.95. £4. No, not often. I'm back. $4.95. They've been locking me out for months. That's it. I finally got to the end of the list again. Look. Oh no, we're going to have to call him again. We're that desperate. They had Fleur and Jan on for 2 hours this afternoon.
Yeah.
But then they were like, that's it. There's no one else at all. We've rung all the agencies.
Oh,
we've wandered around the town all afternoon just trying to find someone vaguely presentable. No, we're going to have him, I'm afraid. It's lovely to be back, though.
I'm glad to see you.
I have missed this place. Where should we go next? Did you say 7, darling? Sorry, 7. Yeah, I haven't been back for ages and ages.
I thought you'd gone off doing something fabulous.
Well.
Always doing fabulous things, apparently.
Got a bit of a garden to look after, you see. It takes a lot of time. I can I can always... Mind you, this garden's bigger, isn't it, here?
It is. Hey, you could give it an overhaul if you fancy it.
Yeah, I could give the maze a bit of a trim, couldn't I? Anyway, in the meantime... time for some rose quartz. Soft, delicious, wonderful, dreamy. Actually, makes wonderful stretches as well, doesn't it, rose quartz?
It does, especially
As
with
introductory
the facets,
pieces when you're getting to know your style in jewellery making and what you like doing in jewellery making. Because I found, when I started presenting here, the first thing I saw was the first thing I wanted to do. But then your head's turned, isn't it? By other styles and other things, and then you think, oh, I like you as well. Oh, and I like that. And then you start wandering between them. I've still got all of my stuff. All of my stuff is upstairs in the office. I go back to the wire. I go back to the seed beads, and I can lose whole days.
Oh,
just doing stuff.
Easily.
Just doing stuff. Right, £9.95 is no good for us right now. We need to go lower. So here we go. £5.95.
Wow.
You're going to have to be quick though. If you want something like this, these are beautifully faceted as well. Excuse me. They are 6mm round, and you have lots of them to play with. Just very cutesy as well. Nah, so that's what they were waiting for, Sheridan. Look, they were all holding on, and they were going, hang on, no, I need something to happen before I click that button, before I press that button. And now everybody's coming in. Hello, Jill. Hello, collector in Wiltshire. Yeah, the messages are coming in thick and fast. Yeah, keep your chest covered, Derek. Yeah, we all love you, want to see more of you, but not in that kind of way. Really enjoying today's mix-up, says Sue. Hello, Sue. Nice to see you. £5.95. Adam's just said, based on your arms, I don't think we could tell the difference.
Oh.
No, it's not quite the same in the middle. I'm just going to leave that. I'm just going to leave that to your imagination.
You know when you get funny images in your head.
Yeah, you don't need that one, do you? Really? Not when you're busy doing things. I don't want to put you off your knitting. Right, let's do more rose quartz now. Massive, massive, massive pieces of rose quartz with a real lovely luminosity to them as well. And do you know what? I know that to create a gemstone and to facet any gemstone in any shape, you need to do a lot of work in what's called preforming, which is sort of roughly deciding what your shape will be and cutting the gemstone down to approximately, oh, now look at how that changes against the skin tone. Now, let me just bring those faceted rounds back in just for a second. Yeah, put the two together.
You can see that as a fabulous necklace as well.
Yeah. Yes, you can see where that's going. There are some fascinating things coming up in this hour as well, by the way. We're just motoring through lots and lots and lots of different pieces right the way through until 7 o'clock when we launch the brand new DVD, which is our Ginkgo and Paisley Beaded Baubles DVD, which you have to have a copy of, and you cannot get hold of it until 7 o'clock. We can't get hold of it until 7 o'clock. There's lots of people are calling on Sheridan's good nature and saying, hang on a second, where's the pre-order option? Oh, it's not happening. She's not letting us have it. She's not letting us at it until 7 o'clock. But that's fine. It's only around the corner anyway, isn't it? £6.95. £6.95. Hang on a minute. These are massive stones. These are huge stones. And actually, for those people who hold truck to the influence of gemstones and the calming, healing properties, which we don't talk about obviously because we can't hold them in our hand as a fact, but a lot of people do take solace and peace and calm from holding quartz gemstones. Very auspicious, beautiful. Just lovely shapes as well, aren't they? It's nice when someone else has done all the hard work.
I mean, that's really beautiful, isn't it? You could imagine any of those as just a pendant on its own.
Yeah, stunning. Sorry, darling, which number? 15. I tell you what's caught my eye, Sheridan. And we'll leave it to a surprise whenever you like, but number 6 is the wildest strand I think I've ever seen here at JewelleryMaker, ever, because it's wonderful. It's like lovely Chinese paper lanterns. I'll show you when we get to it. It's wonderful. You'll definitely want one though, just for its sheer colour, to incorporate into your Christmas projects. Now, from colour, let's go mono right now, because this, and it's funny, on first glance you'd think black and white, but this is actually black and green together, and it's only when you say the word green that your eye starts seeing it, because it's quite, it's like a misty haze, isn't it? Like a sea fret.
It is. I mean,
oh, you can see it there on the recording. I love that.
It's like mint frosting.
Yes, yes, you're right.
Well, like.
Oh, hello, hello. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Hello, good evening. Welcome. Hello. Don't know what's happened there. You got one eye on Wimbledon as well there, Sheridan. Sheraldon?
Sheraldon. Sheraldon.
Who's Sheraldon?
Oh, really? Oh.
£3. I was saying earlier, you can't buy a tub of Marge for £3 in some places. We're having to. I was saying this to Jan earlier. Let me bore you with it as well. In our house, we're now having to be conscious of cholesterol. So we're getting these margarines and yogurts and stuff.
Yeah.
We're having a fad now of things that reduce cholesterol. To buy a tub of margarine that professes to reduce your cholesterol, it's not £3. Put it that way.
Oh my gosh. Do you know
well
what
done,
to your
you.
health? It's important.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely, absolutely. £3. Well done, Lynn. Beryl. Beryl, you've got a gemstone name there. Loving your work. Janet's in Cheshire. Sydney. Hello, Sydney. Sydney's not in Sydney. He's in Essex. Which number, darling? Oh, I hadn't told anybody, had I? Oh, terrible me. It's time for one of these. I've been given my own star by, just because this caught my eye. This for me is like those, you know, there are quite a few different lantern festivals that happen. You know, where people make the coloured and the paper lanterns and then they put lights within them and either float them down the river.
Yeah, I know.
There's a place, is it Hebden Bridge or something like that? There's a place in Lancashire that does a festival like that every year. This just, oh my word! I know it's not going to be to everyone's taste. I get that straight away, but I just think this is wild. It's different. It's just eye-catching. It's like a breath of fresh air. I think there's a lot of people wearing maxi dresses and maxi skirts this year that were just waiting for something like this that went. Do you know what I mean? I think sometimes it's really difficult when the fashions change year by year. Even if you make your own jewellery, I think sometimes you get to some trends in fashion and you think, well, what the heck have I got that goes with this year's thing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, and it really is. You know, well, I'm going to steal what Sheridan just said. So it goes with everything. It really does, doesn't it?
It's got that real festival vibe to it as well, hasn't it? And see, with this, you can either take the thing as a whole, take the strand as a whole and use lots of different elements, or you could just take one or two and make a real striking point. Oh no, hang on a minute. Hang on. Sheridan.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hang on a minute. There's a bit of an issue here. Bit of an issue. I don't want to cause any problems. It's my first show back in a long time, after being expelled for over 6 months. But this hour's under 10. I know star buys can stand outside of being the theme of the show and all of that kind of caper, but I'm not so sure. Do you think you might be able to? You know important people, don't you? You've got the admin password. Hannah's here. She's got all the passwords.
Ooh.
Would be nice if we could take this under 10, wouldn't it?
Can we go?
It would be nice to take it under 10.
Can we go?
Would you mind just doing a quick model against your
Go on,
lovely
then.
top there? Because you've got like a
Thanks.
coral red, haven't
Yeah,
you?
try
there?
not to bash the mic.
Look at that.
I mean, that actually, of course it works.
Okay, let's get rid of 11.95. I love it. I love the way they described it as tie-dye as well. 7.95.
£7.95.
Okay, you can't cut it in two now. It's 7.95, by the way. We still want the whole thing. 7.95. I love the colours. I think they're amazing. And again, a bit like a strand we saw earlier in Picture Jasper. They look like they've been made from ceramic. They look like they've been deliberately made like this. And this is Mother Nature. Yes, we've added a splash of colour, but hey, it's not done it any harm at all, has it? It's beautiful. I mean, it's really different. It's really out there. And again, I think you can work with either shoes or accessories or whatever that you're wearing that are particular to this year's kind of thing. And this really does have that sort of happy feel to it. It's very happy, isn't it?
It is.
Do you know what I mean? It's just, in this world of, oh, don't watch the news, I think, you know, like wearing a shirt like this, you know, it's not for charity, you know, it's not for fun, it's not for a joke, it's just, you know, I think sometimes, and you know what they say, if you've got it, flaunt it, and if you haven't, decorate it, and that's what I've done this evening.
I like that.
Yeah.
If you've got it, flaunt it. If you haven't, decorate
I've
it.
decorated it. Hello, Liz in Kent. She says, how lovely to see you, Hannah. You're coping well with the nutty presenter.
Wow. I've known him quite a long time.
It is a long time, isn't it?
No.
It is a long time. Oh, you've made me feel
He's
old there,
lovely.
Hannah.
No, you're not old.
Jan on the Isle of Man. I'm older than the last time I saw you.
Well, snap.
She said, I've only just tuned in, and what a lovely surprise waiting for me. Derek, lovely to see you again. It's been too long. Love you too, Hannah.
Oh, thank you.
See how those texts were a yin and yang to each other, weren't they?
Yeah, it's
Very
like the
sweet.
yin yang, aren't they? It's quite
Thank you
cute.
very much. Thank you very much.
They're nice, aren't they?
Yes, do you know, I had to check to see whether my pass was still live. I had to send a special email to say, oh, can I still get in with this? And yes, I was still there. I was still there. Yeah. The man at the door even knew who I was and whatever. I said, oh, it's you again. You again.
It's normally the computers that don't let people in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Computer
Okay.
says no.
Oh, now I can make a little
look at that.
I can make a little galactic world with these, can't I?
We
This is going to
need
be
a
fun.
teeny tiny polar bear or something, don't we? Just to
Yeah.
sit next to it.
Yeah. I'm loving the fact that we've
Like
got...
a glacier.
Little-
Glacier. Oh.
How sweet is this? Oh, do you know what this reminds me of? A little bit. In my... Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Well, there you go. There's an installation.
Oh.
Do you know what? If that had a certain artist's name, that would be millions now.
Can't we pretend, mock it up and no, go down
For me, it's a Mark's original and it's worth pence so far. That's beautiful, isn't it, though? I love that. It's almost glacial, isn't it?
It's stunning.
That's beautiful. Mystic blue, coloured-coated quartz rough slices assortment.
I could just see like those in like a bowl around a candle or something,
Yeah.
and then you get all the light glistening
Well,
across it.
you know me, anything to do with decor, and I'm absolutely there. I'd be standing these up against the edge of a candle.
Yeah?
Or maybe
Oh.
even setting them into the wax if it's
Yeah,
soft
you
enough
could,
to
couldn't
do
you?
that.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
It's
Like
beautiful.
that.
But also, Sheridan was just saying, actually, if you do sell your... Or when you were saying it, weren't you? Sorry. I forgot who said what then.
Someone said something.
If you're doing a little jewellery stand and you need something to decorate your kind of point of sale area, then how beautiful is that? That's very, very attention grabbing, isn't it? Beautiful. £8.95.
Do you ever do that thing at craft fairs and you spot something and it draws you and you
Yeah.
go from the other side of the room? That's one of those things, isn't it?
Definitely.
Just
I
have
love
a little light aimed at it and they'll go, oh, what's that?
it. It reminds me of... You have a little turntable so it moves even better.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of the topography on the maps from geology lessons.
Oh. Oh.
Way back when
Do you know what? That's
Just before the typing lessons.
My dad used to say that every time we went to a beach, we had to look at like, the coastline and go, "Oh, look at the geology."
Yeah.
And at the time, it's like, "Yeah, Dad, whatever." And the irony that I'm now in a company that deals with gemstones.
It's funny, isn't it? Because as a kid, you think, why am I being asked to be interested in this? It's just
cliff.
hills
Yeah,
and
it's a
mountains
rock.
and stuff. How's that interesting? And
But now it is.
never say never. Never say never. Where are we going now, darling? 21 today. 21 today. You know my amazing attention to detail. Yeah, the memory's not quite what it was, Sheridan, I'm afraid. Yeah,
Oh,
if it was bad the last time I saw you, I'm so sorry. It's not improved since. DVD launch is now half an hour away, by the way. Here it is. Da, 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 da. Is it on pre-order? Is it figgy pudding? Unfortunately, we have to wait until 7 o'clock. I don't even know what figgy pudding is. Does sound rather nice, though, doesn't it? So let's do Fancy Jasper. Fancy Jasper. It's a question and a statement all in one. This is beautiful. Or I would want to... See, this is another one. I know this is JewelleryMaker. I get that. I so get that. But I would want to make a little tessellated tile. Do you know what I mean? Little tile of square gemstones.
Okay.
Or the border around a very, very cheap, affordable, should I say, not cheap, we don't say cheap on TV, a very affordable pillar candle.
Oh, see, well, I'm loving the candle vibe thing at the minute.
Yeah.
You can do that thing, you know, when you push like a pin through a sequin into like a candle or
Yeah.
polystyrene board. Well,
Yes.
you could do it with gemstones. Have like a fully gemstoned.
Now, I
board.
thought we were friends, Hannah. You know I can't be near polystyrene. Oh,
Yeah, I can't do polystyrene.
Gives me the
It
willies.
sets my teeth on it.
$7.95. Oh, yeah, no, but Sheridan, that's fine. Because remember, boys can wear this just as it is as well, because it's
I actually
good, isn't it? Well,
I
anyone
love
can,
the
not
cubes.
just boys, but like. There you go. Okay, we're going lower. It's Saturday night. The feeling's right. Merry Christmas and all that, and a Happy New Year. Hang on, let's celebrate this with a Christmas tune. Hang on.
What?
It's a bit of a tuning issue going on there, I think, in that scary face. It's like when you put a record on, and you know, the record's
Where did that come from?
warped a bit. Oh, you haven't seen its face yet.
Oh my!
It is quite scary, isn't it?
It's a bit spooky.
Part of our festive.
no.
Okay, could you be quick? Grab this while you can. The clock is ticking away at 5:95. Yes, these look great, tessellated into a square resin coaster.
Yeah.
Gabrielle, it's like you read my mind. Well, it's easy, to be honest, because there's only cotton wool in there. $5.95. Be as quick. Yes, you could. You could put a head pin through, a shorter head, but you could make your own head or eye pin.
Yeah.
And then put them into wax.
Yeah, you might have to. I don't know if you'd have to
Oasis.
soften it or something, but you could definitely
Well,
do.
if you had a short length,
Yeah, you could.
you could do that.
Now.
You could do that, couldn't you? Stella's got the idea. Well done, Stella, and many more of you as well. Congratulations. Well done. Now. More tea, Vicar. Right. Okay. Next up, it's time for.
I've missed you.
Time for another. Listen, unfortunately, the mouth is 3 paces ahead of the brain. Always been my problem.
Could be dangerous. Could be dangerous.
Always is. Hang on. I have never seen this gemstone microfaceted either. See, this is another one of those where you'll just assume that we'll do all of these exotic gemstones at the same kind of price that we do everything. Oh, I probably don't want to say that word, Sheridan. I would
that
imagine.
wasn't a good sound.
No, that's fine. No. It has been here before. Probably should stay there as well, shouldn't it? I mean, Monday to Friday, Hannah has a very, very, very important, responsible position at this organisation, and the very thought of taking this any lower than this would be frowned upon, wouldn't it? But because you're here on a Saturday,
I was going to say, we're on
you're
under £10
You're off duty
showcase,
technically
though,
now, aren't you?
know,
Really? This is the fun work.
I'm being told what happens. What happens here stays here. Yeah.
Yeah, what happens on air stays on air.
I won't tell if they don't tell.
No, this is a long strand as well, all the way from gorgeous Norway. Just you and us. Just you and us. You know this gemstone shouldn't be here. Do you know why you know why though, Sheridan? You know, no microfaceted strand should be in the teens. We should be talking in the 20s and the 30s. I think it's regardless of the gemstone either as well. So the rarer the gemstone, the more ridiculous it is to microfaceted it. This should be £40+ based on the microfaceting alone, let alone the rarity of the gemstone. It's bonkers, in my personal opinion. I have done a little bit of pre-forming, like the first parts of faceting a gemstone when I was in India. There are about 150 gemstones on this strand right now. To get a gemstone down to this size, you have to work on something called a dob stick. Now stop it, giggling at the back. But a dob stick is like an orange stick, you know, that you use to push your cuticles back. And it has a piece of wax on the end. And that's how the gemstone cutters actually cut the smaller dimensions of smaller gemstones and end up faceting. They're doing it all by eye and feel. It is ridiculous.
It's incredible, yeah.
And then for us to take this to £9.95. Now, can I just say to you, if you're thinking, oh, yeah, well, I'll probably see this again in a few days or whatever, I don't think I'll bother right now. Can I just say to you, there will be a day, and there has been a day on so many gemstones, where suddenly, that's it. Where are all the microfaceted strands? Like, we've been really lucky today, and I do keep my eye on JewelleryMaker. So although I haven't been on air for the last 6 months or so, I always keep my eye on JewelleryMaker. I always, when I'm doing my flick of the day, I call it, when I go to my favourite channels, always, we're 6, 7, I can even tell you the channel numbers. We are 6, 7, 4 or 8? 6, 7, 4. 6, 7, 4.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 is the other one. I'm on that one. But I always, on my flick of the day, 674 is always there. So I always keep an eye on what's going on. But one day, you will suddenly lurk. You will suddenly lurk at when you're, you know, doing your look around, and you'll come to us and you'll go, do you remember microfaceting? Oh, it was a great thing when it was around. Look at this. Now this would go very, very nicely, I think. Tell me if I'm wrong, Hannah, because maybe it's the simplicity of this that is its appeal, actually. Well, I was going to mix it in with... Oh, well, I'll have a go anyway, because listen, you can disagree with me, that's fine. But I was thinking...
I think you'd mix it up, you rosary link it, so it's a long line necklace,
yeah.
And then you just chuck it over the top of anything.
Perfect. And that would be perfect for those big maxi dresses that are around right now. Hi Hannah, Derek and Crew, says Judy in the West Midlands. Derek, it's lovely to have you back. Hannah, I'm eagerly awaiting 7 o'clock. Love your DVDs, you are so talented.
Oh, thank you.
And 2 kisses on the bottom. Get you.
Continental.
Right, let me show you what Julie is talking about. It is the Ginkgo and Paisley Beaded Bauble CDD. CDD?
CDD.
DVD. There's no such thing as a CDD. A DVD. Is it on pre-order? No. We're under strict instructions. We must wait until 7 o'clock. Oh, hang on. Did you just say 40 minutes? 40 minutes?
Where did that go?
20 minutes. It's fine. Well, she's going to double our weight then. £9.95. It is the simplicity of these, I think, that is their appeal.
I really like those, actually. I could see them. You could just have one in the middle of like a macrame bracelet or something like that, and then you've got different colours for different outfits.
I think, and I've seen this, I've seen this with artisan designers. You know, if you go to an art gallery or whatever, and they've got a little display of a local jeweller's pieces, a north-south wirework ring with just one of these,
Yep.
you'd be talking £20 or £30 retail to buy.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah. I mean, it's so easy to make a suite of jewellery as well, because
Simplest thing to do, isn't
you
it?
kind of need 3 as a minimum to do earrings and a pendant, and quite a lot of those have got 3s of the colourways, so like 3 pink ones in there.
So you can do lots of matching
and
here,
3
can't
green
you?
ones, certainly, and purple.
And most of them are one solid colour. I mean, on this strand, you've got one with a little bit of... Oh.
That's lovely.
Oh, that's like a river running through, isn't it? Oh, I like that. I like that look of almost sort of bubbles. Bubbles. Call me bubbles, everyone does. It's like an effervescence within the gemstone, isn't it? He's off again. He's off again. I'm loving 17, by the way, I'm just saying. .com. No, let's do this first, but I am loving it. I don't know what it is, and I don't care, but it's beautiful. Oh. Oh, I'm loving this colour.
That's lovely, isn't it? Really, really sings out.
This is very Ladies' Day at Ascot, this, isn't it?
Ooh, very nice.
I'm seeing the hat, the fascinator. I think that's beautiful. Oh, it's crazy lace, is it? Oh. Crazy, hang on. Hi, yeah. Well, it's already crazy price, Sheridan, actually. Not crazy enough, apparently. £9.95, not long enough, not low enough.
Wow.
£6.95. She's flip reversed the 9 to a 6. I like it. Yeah, it's a beautiful blue. It's just that perfect blue, isn't it? Really, it's that inspiring blue. It's that neon blue. You know, if you go for appetite, you want that lovely neon, gorgeous, turquoisey kind of
zingy colour, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, really stands out.
Beautiful. Do be quick on these, because some of these prices are really not where they should be at all. Quite frankly, I think we're taking this hour as a bit of a, well, never mind. You know, it's one of those. Merry Christmas. We're just filling the minutes, to be honest, quite frankly, until we launch a DVD. That's what we're doing here. It's all we're doing in this hour. We're just passing time. Chatting away, chewing the cut. There's the brand new DVD, which we launched in 15 minutes. Oh, 17 minutes. Del, well done. Christine, hello. Sharon in Lancashire, Lynn in Ayrshire, Lucy in Hertfordshire. Brand new collectors as well joining us who've never shopped before. Congratulations. In fact, if you are making your first official order, I think we get lots of nice little goodies as well, don't we? If we're making a first order to say, welcome in to the family that is JewelleryMaker. We get another DVD, a Get Started, and they are brilliant, because sometimes when you're watching the show, there are things that you forget. You can always go back and watch again, but there are things that you forget. But knowing the fundamentals, when someone says rosary link, I have no idea what a rosary link is, but DVD will go back and tell you those things and show you those things. Number 17, my favourite. You'll know why straight away. Did I hear there was a DVD launch? Oh yeah. Look. Wheel. Here it comes. 7 o'clock. Beautiful. And there are 2 amazing kits. First one is coming up at 7 o'clock with the DVD launch. I hope we've got enough of those. Well, listen, you're in the office. You should have made, you know how many we need.
I don't do the buying.
Let's hope it's enough. I hope it's enough. Now, this for me, if you told me it was turquoise, I'd believe you all day long.
It does look like it, doesn't it?
I would believe you all day long. For those people who love the colour, it just looks like a week in the Caribbean to me.
It does actually, isn't it? You just imagine it.
Oh. Actually, I want to do a meditation DVD as well.
We ought to be thinking of...
Gemstones of the Caribbean.
Oh, I was thinking we should be thinking Christmas theme, so maybe it's a skiing holiday. It's a sky on a skiing holiday or something like that.
Little, oh yes, that's true actually, yes. Yes, think Christmas, Derek. Have you not seen the theme? It's everywhere. Hang on, let's make this less Caribbean and more Christmas.
It's that thing.
Yeah, thanks for that. See you in November. $7.95. It's like something from Fright Night, isn't it? Yeah, I know. It's scary. It's part of our jolly theming of the studio. I don't know which cupboard that came out of, but it needs to go straight back in.
I don't know. I think it needs new batteries or something.
Oh no, I'm loving it. I'm loving that threatening tone that it has. No one's going to sleep tonight. Well done, everyone. $7.95. Congratulations. Lovely. Let's go. That was my choice. Nobody liked that because I liked it. That's why, Sheridan. It was very popular, actually. Very popular. Very popular, I'll have you know. Yes. Right. Okay. Next up, we have. Ooh. Now this is lovely for. Oh. Now. Now part of this is what I think it is. I think. Let's have a look. Oh no!
Yeah.
Do you know what this looks? These up here were saying Mookite to me, and then these were saying Jasper to me, and I was thinking, hello, I've got a potpourri of gemstones here. No, this is Ocean Jasper.
That one's got a smiley face on it.
Oh, it has. Look. Hello. Aww.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, wrong way round.
You know, like a child would drop.
Oh, yes. It's like Mr. Plum. It's like a little pomegranate strike through there, isn't it? Anything else you spotted?
I don't know. I'm just having a look now.
Oh, that's no good, Sheridan, is it? Sheridan. See, you planned this, Howie. So you've made a rod for your own vat with it.
You can hear the keys going.
Yeah. Well, what can
She's
I do?
up to something.
She's very good. I'd love Sheridan to be my accountant. Are you ready? Are you ready? Nikki 39. Now nothing ends in a 26 here, does it? So that means that's been super crunched. That's like a lime that is now
a magic number.
Has no juice left. 7.26. Hi all, I'm sure Einstein was wrong because it seems to me that you've slowed down whilst I'm waiting for the DVD launch.
Aww.
I love your designs.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like Christmas Eve.
Oh, and you're watching.
We're waiting. We're excited. We're really excited. We're full of the Christmas joys,
Not again.
the Christmas tunes.
Oh!
Christmas will never be quite the same again.
I really hope nobody has nightmares. I'm really sorry.
Oh, dearie me. It's the people that will be watching the repeats of this about 4 o'clock in the morning I worry for. Right, okay. Oh, now then. This is a gemstone I haven't seen for a long, long time. Bless you, Lucy. Dendrite opal. Dendrite opal with those lovely little fern-like inclusions. It's almost like that. Oh, now here's your Christmas thing.
Oh.
Here's your Christmas link. Oh. This is like the blue cheese, the Stilton, with all that lovely marbling through the blue cheese at Christmas.
And there was me thinking it was like a walk through the frosty sort of woodlands and the trees.
Wow,
Do you need new batteries as well?
I'm no Aled Jones, am I? Wow. Yeah, I think I probably do need some new batteries.
I can't sing, so I'm not even going to try.
I think I just tried soprano. Oh, dear, I might need a new chair now.
Careful.
Anyway, 74 carats of a gemstone that comes all the way from Australia. You know, we were talking earlier about the... oh, you haven't seen it, Sheridan. One of the 4 deals of the day today was an Ethiopian opal, but with like a white backdrop. Ooh. Remember the old days of Kuba PD when it had colour play? Ooh, oh, it's a bit like that. I'll show you later. In the meantime, I love that. $9.95. $9.95. Yes, that's very true actually. To get any opal out of Australia at that kind of price is pretty good going. Marie, who does all of our gemstone buying, must have worked extremely hard to get this gemstone, because actually a lot of our competitors who sell ready-made jewellery on TV go for this gemstone because it's a very popular stone. Actually, white gemstones, very fresh, very bright, very inspiring, very universal. Of course, they say that, you know, in terms of, you know, black is the new white is the new black. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like a universal colour. Whatever you're wearing, you know, if you just made a restrand, that would work with whatever colour you were wearing, wouldn't it? Beautiful. $9.95. Love it. One more. Is this microfaceted, Sheridan, this one? We've had a lot of microfaceted strands today, actually. Okay, so here is one of those strands that absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. Now, if this was Swarovski crystal, I could kind of understand, given our long-standing relationship with Swarovski and buying and everything else, that we might be able to do what we're expecting to do on something like this. But this is a gemstone which we can't buy in a, well, we do kind of buy in a wholesale way, but not in anywhere near the kind of quantities you would imagine we could. And actually, year by year, parcel by parcel, those prices really, really do fluctuate massively. And then we're taking bigger gemstones and we're microfaceting them right the way down to 3x2. So they might start off as big gemstones, which we're then saying, okay, because of our insatiable appetite for pardon the pun, for microfaceting, I just don't know my own joke, don't know my own comedy sometimes, but because of our insatiable want and desire for microfaceted gemstones, we take larger, usable, good material gemstone that can make very, very worthy pieces, and then we go, no, forget about that. And then, of course, there'll be the expectation from your audience, because you always do microfaceted, because you started off with topaz, readily available gemstone, and you microfaceted that, and then you set the benchmark at that level, price-wise. Now people want every gemstone, regardless of what it is, at about the same price. And they want the same length of strand, please. Here is the should-be price for this strand. And I know this is going to be too low. I know this is going to be too low. Whatever you show me right now, that's too low. That should be probably 3 times, my personal opinion, where we should be strategically and commercially as a company that still bills itself as a business. You know what I mean? We should really be maintaining a price point for microfaceted strands that never falls below £30, in my personal opinion. And when you look at the extra work that it takes and the breadth of gemstones we're doing it with, I mean, we did it with 2 light earlier. I'm still not over that yet. And now you bring me sky blue apatite. Please do be quick. Because however many of these, and people are multi-buying them already, so be under no illusion these are going, probably tonight. Have we got a reasonable number, Sheridan? Right, okay. I don't know how many of these strands that are microfaceted we have in the business at all. I know how many are on this code right now, and we're down now to about the last 20 or so. So I don't know if there are other item codes with a similar offering on them, but I do know that this one ain't lasting the hour. And I could just say nothing and play a nice Christmas tune now, and this will just sell itself out of the door.
Oh, it sounds sad. It needs a mince pie.
Okay, we're 14. 14 left. Actually, to be honest, he's quite. I have to say, he's quite trim for a Christmas decoration fella. Because they're usually quite
Yes.
well fed,
Yes,
aren't they?
yeah,
In fairness,
generally
aren't they?
speaking,
Quite
yeah.
portly gentleman. He's
I
actually.
like his top hat though.
He looks like he's had that suit for a fair while. I think he.
He's got gloves on.
I do think he
mitts
looks
on.
like he's on the way home after a good night on the sauce. I'll be
He's
honest.
going, Merry Christmas.
I think he's maybe spilt a bit of his kebab down his shirt. Anyway, yeah, did they have kebabs back then? Right, okay, listen, I think just make sure that if, I don't know, they've pretty much gone anyway, haven't they? We have got lots in baskets as well, so it's going to be a bit of a bun fight at the OK Corral for the last few chances there. Welcome everyone, you have arrived just in time, because straight after the break, we are going to be bringing you the launch of the Ginkgo and Paisley Beaded Baubles DVD, which will be invaluable in your life, because if you're looking at your own baubles, your own tired, sad, year after year baubles and thinking, I want to do something different with those, then this is the different thing to do with them. That sounded like a sad story, like that sad tune.
Oh no!
Have you got sad, tired, year after year baubles that just need that little
Zhuzh.
pep? Then this is the DVD that will, quite frankly, change your life, and it's coming up in around about 3 minutes from now with this very talented lady. Stay right where you are.
Jewellery Makers, this weekend we have an absolutely jam-packed, fab weekend. It's the height of summer, and what perfect gemstones should we have? Of course, pearls. Well, we have our two pearly queens, the lovely Fleur and the amazing Jan, as a collaboration for the first time on air together. They're going to be working together with the Knotty Do-It-All tool to show you exactly how amazing this product is. But wait a minute. Summer, I'm inspired by all things colourful, flowers, the birds in the sky. Wait a minute, what? It's July. You want me to do Christmas in July? Okay, I like Christmas. It's also Christmas in July. Make sure you're there, Jewellery Makers. Don't miss out. It's going to be a fun weekend.
At JewelleryMaker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
If you could see,
Quick, look professional.
if you could see how few seconds it took to change from the Chimps Tea Party to a professional TV channel, that was amazing. Everyone just ran off in like 7 different directions.
We've all eaten cake.
Me included,
you, being
yeah.
healthy.
I was eating chicken. I was
Yeah.
being very, very good. And then suddenly Adam's going 7, 6,
We're like,
5. We're like, right, okay. Let's do some work again now. Right, okay. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to your evening show. It's Saturday night. Merry Christmas as well, by the way. We're doing Christmas in July. And I know I made light of it before the break, but if you have got, if when it comes to decorating your tree, you think, here we go again, same old baubles, same old look, and you want to do something completely and utterly different, really, really creative and different, therapeutic, fun as well, it's time to launch the brand new DVD. Now, ordinarily when we do a launch of anything, we say, oh, don't take the weird man away. I need him back.
we need him for comedy
I
factor.
need him back.
He's
No,
our-
don't find new batteries for it. I don't want new batteries for it. I like the Fright Night version of the man. That's good. He's staying there. You stay there. I need you 3 till 10. Okay, so it's time to launch the DVD. Now, usually when we do a launch of anything, we say, right, okay, it's happening later. You can order now. You can order in advance. We haven't done that on this at all. Okay, now, just based on... When did you do that? It was seconds ago, was it? 43 seconds ago, Sheridan, in the background, enabled it on the web and the app and the doodah, which is the way most people order. And we're heading towards the first 100 already out of the door. And that's why we had to sort of hold back a little bit. Annette, in County Durham,
Wow.
you've done it. Now, I know... Often, DVD launches happen in the morning. They happen at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. That was cake.
Sorry.
They happen... It's all right, it's fine. I'll eat it later. The DVD launches happen in the morning show.
They do, quite often, yeah.
Almost exclusively. So, I think, Sheridan, we've got our justification here to say, actually... You can launch DVDs in the evening, in the night show, in the late show. I'll get the name of it right in a minute. It's fine.
We've got the same top on.
Yeah.
It's a bit awkward.
That's because I'm trying to be festive.
It's Christmas,
red.
isn't it? Here is the DVD. Here is excerpts
I have got more
from
than
the DVD. She has got an extensive wardrobe.
I clearly need to go shopping. I just like the red tops. Sorry.
I love this beading mat. Let's talk about this beading mat for a second, because the DVDs are walking themselves out. So while we talk about that, tell me about this beading mat, tray, case. How do we describe it?
It's like a travel case beading mat, all in one.
Okay.
I believe it's a kit exchange product that was designed for us.
Okay.
Lovely Katie was liaising with the lady. The name escapes me. Could be Alicia. Is it Alicia? Sorry if I've got that wrong.
I think you told me earlier. I've forgotten.
And I believe that they're coming back for the International Beading Week,
Which is at the end of this month.
which is the end of this month. So I think we start on is it the 27th to the 31st. So they'll be back then, but I got two. I absolutely love mine.
They are
Yeah.
they are fantastic to keep all of your, because when you're travelling with your seed beads and everything else, to have something you can kind of zip up, and it's also your beading mat. You can keep your keep your needles in it as well. It's nice and super squashy and lovely. I just love this. Right, we've got lots and lots of questions coming through about the DVD. You're the only person that can answer them, Hannah Osborne.
Oh, okay.
So, here is your moment. Question 1. What can we use as a thread for the pieces? Would Nymo, Ceylon, Eslon work?
Do you know what? You could use any of those purely because there's no weight going to be on it. So once it's around the bauble...
Oh, yeah, it's self-supporting,
It's self-supporting. There is no weight, there is no clasp to keep doing or undoing, so any of those will work. My personal preference is usually either Fireline or Wildfire.
Yeah, because it holds its...
I'm just used to working with those, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and you get used to its strength, the way it feels, what it can tolerate, you know, the way you work with it, the tension or lack thereof, however you bead. But the other threads would, and actually, once you've got your head around threading Wildfire and Fireline and that kind of thread, once you've got that licked, then
it's fine.
It's almost irresistible. You would never accept a substitute, almost, would you? Do you know what I mean? I mean, Eslon maybe is Eslon it's quite a bit thicker, isn't it?
So Eslon and Ceylon are they're not coated threads like the Wildfire and the Fireline are. So it's got a different kind of feel to it. It's softer and more fluid. And equally, the Wildfire and the Fireline are slightly more, because they've got a coating there, it's almost like they knit together quite strongly. If you tie a knot, you know it's not going anywhere.
And I think, personally, and I'm someone that when I got into seed beading, oh my word, I got into it. And now any excuse, you never see my work ready because I quite like to freestyle as well. And I need to rein myself back in, and I need to probably get a DVD like this to rein myself back in again. Stop going off in lots and lots of different directions, you know, with seed beads. Paisley beads are amazing. They are stunning. Ginkgo.
Yeah, so Ginkgos and Paisley beads, they're shaped check glass beads.
Ginkgo, I don't think I've ever seen before.
Oh, hang on. They're like a little Art Deco fan.
Ah. Oh, okay.
There you go. So that's a Ginkgo.
Right. Okay. So a Paisley is like a teardrop, which is bigger at one end. So it's almost like a.
You know, the pattern shirts and things and ties.
So
and
it starts off big at the bottom and then comes to a curve going off to the right or left or whatever. Whereas the Ginkgo beads are.
It's like a little fan.
It is
shape.
that perfect little deco fan shape. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, anyway, back to the DVD, because we'll come back to bead shapes in a wee while. So this is the Ginkgo and the Paisley bead... Don't try and say this too quickly. Ginkgo and Paisley beaded baubles with Hannah Osborne DVD PAL. I'm not saying that again. So far, how many are allocated, Sheridan, that we know of? Okay, the first 150 of issue 1, which is only in total 500 DVDs, and then it will be as long as it takes to reissue, and it will be reissued, and it will be. I think there's a very, 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 very. Oh, Hannah, you're so modest. She was like, oh, she was doing that. Oh, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Maybe at Christmas or something.
They so will in the lead up closer to Christmas. Can I just tell you right now? Okay, we don't often see a DVD launch in the Late Show. When it happens, it's always a complete joy. We should stay at $5.95. The guidance that Sheridan has been given is $5.95. We've sold over 150 already. So we are going to... Well, it's Christmas, isn't it? It's Christmas, jolly tunes.
Oh, here it comes again. Oh.
Okay, so yeah, that's up to the. That's a very. I think music beds on JM would be a very, very good idea, Sheridan, especially when it comes to Christmas. I mean, that in the background of every Christmas type auction, perfect. Perfect. Now, she's done it while I've been nattering away to you. She's done what you were waiting for us to do, and you wanted us to do. Let's be fair. Which is to say, come on, $4.95 for a DVD, please. Thank you very much. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. If it's Christmas, let's spread the Christmas cheer. I know when you get Derek in, it's a bit more expensive to have him in. 2 shillings and 6pence it is for me.
Oh.
But listen, we're not going to claw that back via this DVD. So.
Thinking to renegotiate your contract.
Lots of contract, you say? Where's that? Where's that? Is that down the cellar
You'll
somewhere?
have to speak to Chloe.
Contract. Contract. I think I've heard of those before. $4.95.
Look at that. Look at that. Shall I say why that message is really good?
Go on.
So basically, Fran from Greater London is saying those
Hello,
crosses in the excerpts from the DVD would be great for earrings. The whole concept behind what I was doing is that you could make component pieces that you can either use to decorate baubles or use as jewellery.
Oh, hang on, look, I see earrings there.
Yeah, so I haven't actually got the whole cross pieces in there. But that's exactly the point. You know, you can use them either to decorate the baubles with, or if you don't want to make baubles, you can make jewellery. It's absolutely fine. You don't have to make Christmas baubles. It's just these beads are amazing, and I really want everyone to get the chance to sort of have a try. But that's exactly what, you know, you're like just such on the same wavelength.
Can I ask you a question? Sorry, I've got a question. It might be a silly question, but
Okay.
Are you using a particular size of bauble there, or?
Yes. Yeah, so on the little packet that these ones came in, it said that they were 6 centimetres. So we were kind of like, well, how does that work? Because surely you go around. But they're 6 centimetres from top to bottom and 18 centimetres in circumference.
Okay.
However, there's so many beads in the kit that you can tweak your
Scale
design,
up or...
yeah, to make it fit whichever size bauble you're working with.
Because it's going to be up, isn't it? For most people, it's going to be scaling up.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're doing component pieces. So you just make basically you're making your components and then you're encasing the bauble with them, but you can kind of just gauge it. So if you make sort of one piece and see how that fits around the edge of the bauble, you'll know whether you need to make it bigger or smaller. And because it's seed beads, you can just add into your design if you need it to be slightly longer.
I just love it, and I know everyone getting their DVD right now will want the kit. Now, there are 2 kits this evening. So, the first one is Glad Tidings, and that's this. Actually, do you want me to squish those together a little bit closer? There you go.
Look at that.
So this is Glad Tidings. This is the kit. They're already flying out of the door as well. So this is more the green and gold. So this is more sort of traditional Christmas palette, really, isn't it? So your ginkgo beads are gold, and your paisley beads in this are green. And you also have, in this one, let's go in size order then, shall we, roughly speaking. So you have your, let's see if this will be a test of my memory. So it's the 8Os, which are the larger ones, aren't they?
Yes.
So 1 tube of silver-lined AB and 1 tube of galvanised champagne 8Os.
Yep.
Then you have got your silver-lined dark emerald 11Os, all Maoki, of course, it goes without saying really, doesn't it, for a kit like this. And your red ones, which are your 15Os, I can't find. Where are you? Where are you? Come out. I can see you there. Semi-matte red orange. Oh no, that's...
Yeah. But,
Yes. Oh, they're 11s.
Yes.
They look like 15s,
Yeah.
don't
Oh
they?
no, the 15s
They're
are smaller.
11s. Oh, sorry, I say all Mayuki, of course, with the exception of your ginkgo beads and your paisley beads, of course, which are check beads, as all of the ornate and wonderful shaped beads are, aren't they? They generally come from the Czech Republic, and they are beautiful. Do you know, I was in Prague a couple of years ago, and went to a bead shop that I shouldn't even tell you exists. But you can get some really, really wonderful shapes, and of course,
Oh, fantastic.
a lot of them, the inspiration comes from within these four walls, doesn't it? Patty McCourt does quite a lot of seed bead designing, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's fantastic.
She's
Designs
made
her
some
own
amazing
beads.
beads.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sheridan, what does that message say, darling? I missed it. Completely missed it. Sorry, darling. The ginkgo bracelet is very mermaidial.
Yeah, so that's down the far end. So, in fact, there's two bracelets there, both made out of the kits that are on tonight, and they're both using the same motifs that are on the baubles. So this is what I mean by transferable. Once you know how to make the actual components, you can do whatever you like with it.
I love the way the two Paisleys and the one. Not 11, 8 in between almost makes almost like a fleur de lis, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I mean, they just help you. They really do help you create shapes and patterns, and they look amazing.
Just before we finish off the kit, start off the kit, I just want to point out that your fire line comes in. Now, to have this is the smoke fire line, isn't it, I think? Is it smoke? Yeah. I need to point out that it comes with, because when you try and buy Wildfire Fireline on its own, I've been to those suppliers where you can buy it off the shelf, and it still amazes me at the price of one reel of Fireline or Wildfire. It still amazes me how we can squish them into kits like, oh well, let's not really factor those in. Let's just put them in anyway, because it's kind of expected. But you do go through an awful lot of it, and when you need to replace just one reel of Wildfire or Fireline, if you're going anywhere but here, good luck.
I mean, it can be expensive, but that's the beauty of JewelleryMaker, isn't it? So once you know about us, we're kind of like the worst kept secret, if you like.
Definitely.
So spread the love, tell your friends.
Yeah. Would you? Please, definitely. Right, okay, so we have got two tubes of the speciality beads, so they're the Paisley and the ginkgo. Then you've got 2 tubes of your 8os, which are substantial, and there are so many, and they go so far as well. These will go far beyond your bauble making as well. And then you've got your 2 tubes of 11O as well, so the red and the green. So this is more the traditional Christmas palette colours. We'll do the orange chocolate orange, whichever way we like to say it. We'll do that kit at 9 o'clock. There they are. And that's only a small fraction, obviously, of the ginkgo and the paisley beads. So we're not staying there. See, actually, £30 for the 5 tubes of the seed beads, given that 2 of those are very speciality beads, and the fire line. I didn't really flinch or worry really about £44.95. But that's the price of all of the constituent parts. Basically, that's the price that it should be, the kit. But hang on, it's Merry Christmas.
Oh.
Apparently it needs new batteries.
Oh.
I don't want new batteries. I don't want new batteries. I think we should just keep it like that. It's lovely. It's very, very cheery. Jan on the Isle of Man. Hello, my darling. Well done in the Island Games. They did well, the Isle of Man. My friend had a singing Frosty the Snowman. As the batteries died, he sounded like Paul Robeson, who sang Old Man River, Made My Christmas.
Oh.
Frosty the Snowman. Bit like that. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Right, are you ready to go lower? Yes, of course we are, because then we can do some doing. Of course, you're going to have Hannah with you on the DVD anyway, but we're going to do a bit of doing tonight as well, for free, just for you. Right, let's get this kit price down then, shall we? Right, now, sorry, but half or more of that is that.
If you were buying it somewhere else, yeah.
Yes. And I've seen that with my own two eyes. So I'm not even saying in my own personal opinion. I have seen it with my own two eyes. When you want to go out and you want to buy one reel of Fireline or Wildfire or that kind of things, when you go and pick it up off of the shelf, $14.95, $15.95, $17.95, I've seen a variety of different prices. So for you to have that whole kit for $29.95, given that 2 tubes of the seed beads are these specialised, and let's make no bones about it, these beads, because they're made in the Czech Republic versus the Miyuki beads which are made in Japan, you kind of think, oh, hang on, are we settling for second best there? No way, because when it comes to the specialist beads, the ones that are those irregular from the norm shapes of seed beads, then actually the process that they have to go through in manufacture to make sure that the lacquering, I love that word, lacquering, goes right the way through. So you are not going to have those beads where you need to force your needle through, because that care and attention and that attention to detail has already been done and factored in. And when you are tooling to make an irregular shaped bead, like a paisley, like a ginkgo, like an octo, like a whatever, anything that is different from the norm, the regular, that takes a lot of planning, and it's very, very expensive to do as well. For the companies that make these beads, it is very, very expensive. And actually, the great thing about this is that the Japanese might not necessarily be so keen on an irregular shaped bead, to be honest with you, because what the Japanese do amazingly better than anyone else in the world is uniform. This shape, everyone exactly the same, this size, this colour, no deviation, perfection all of the way through. And that's what you will find with the Miyuki seed beads. And let me tell you, and I'm not sitting here now as I'm completely one of you. Because, you know, in terms of Jewellery Maker, I've been here once in 6 months. So actually most of the time, I'm like you. I'm your side of the screen. I'm watching. And I do my research as well. And you know what? When I first got involved in Jewellery Maker, I thought, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the seed beading. I'm not sure if I'm going to get into it at all. So I went down the road to the value retailer and bought one of those little plastic square tubey pots, 75p, cheap and nasty beads, and I tried beading with them. And I thought, hang on a second, this looks like something my old nan crocheted together about 90 years ago. It was full of holes. The shape somewhat fat, somewhat thin, somewhat and I'm really not exaggerating, because when you try and put seed beading together, the wonder of seed beading is how beautiful it looks when it's finished, how together it looks, how as one it looks. Like you almost, the thread becomes invisible, because that's what seed beading is about. It's about creating perfection without seeing all of the thread. Well, when I'd seed beaded with the cheap and nasty 75p beads from the value retailer, all I could see was thread and hole and gap, and it was like a jumper that the moths had been at. Ooh. Oh, okay. Just need to let you know about this first kit. Not surprised at all. I mean, if you think about how many of the DVDs have gone out of the door already. I've got a fairly good stock of the kit, because obviously we planned accordingly. 500 DVDs, there's no point in us having 30 kits, because you'd go crackers, quite rightly. Crackers, get what I did there? Oh, just never stops. I'm here till 10. Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. Let's have a musical celebration of that. Oh, it's getting worse, isn't it? Good. We'll keep doing that. Right, now listen, the kits. Belinda says... She says, every time you set that music off, my internet freezes. Please, no more. How can that be making your internet freeze?
Interference? I don't know.
Are you still on dial-up, Belinda? Is that why? You still on dial-up?
It's the power,
it's the power
of the festive.
Yeah, the
dude.
power of the haunted decoration. It is bizarre as well. You'd be glad to know that on Jewellery Maker, I don't think we will ever be selling these. I'm not knocking whoever does retail something as gorgeous and beautiful and tuneful as this. Anyway, enough of that for now. Now, what was I telling you about the kits? Over half of them have sold out and gone. Because already we're looking at 200 plus of the DVDs, I think now, are out. DVD details are at the bottom of your screen, I think. Yes, they are at the bottom of your screen. We're looking at around about the 200 out of the 500 already gone, sold out. In terms of the kit, we have got a very, very good number of the kit. Very, very good for a Saturday late show. And over half of those kits are sold out and gone. So, do you know what? I think it's time for me to give my gums a rest, Hannah. And honestly, talk a glass eye to sleep. Right, let's do a little bit of seed beading then, shall we? Because that'll be therapeutic after all of that haunting madness.
So what I wanted to do is make sure that what I'm demoing now isn't on the DVD, so that if you've bought the DVD, you don't feel like you've somehow
doubling
been,
up.
You know, done out of that.
And this is like a free demo for you as well.
Yeah, so for this demo, I've got a little pair of earrings here, which I'm going to show you. And again, it's just another example of the fact that it doesn't have to be a bauble that you're making. It can be jewellery. It almost looks a little bit Irish, I think. It's a bit of a shamrock thing going on there.
Yeah.
So you know, you could double up and get yourself ready for St Patrick's Day next year or something.
Yeah.
And then later
Nothing like
on,
being prepared,
yeah,
is there?
and then later on, I've made some suites of jewellery. Again, small component pieces. So you could use these as components around the bauble and just make multiples of them, or you could turn them into earrings or a pendant or whatever you think, really.
And Paisley beads go a heck of a long way.
They do, and I just love them. And honestly, just sit and like put them out in front of you and just move them about, just play about with them, and they talk to you. They're just beautiful. She's laughing at me.
Do they have an accent?
No,
they have Irish accents.
Well, those ones probably should. A little bit squeaky. Not that Irish is squeaky.
Not at all.
In my head, the beads are squeaky.
Not at all. No offence, anyone.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, let's get beading, shall we?
Yeah.
Well, that's... Never mind internet freezing, we've lost our Irish audience. They've gone.
Half of my family are Irish. I've got to take my antlers off. Am I in the way? Oh, sorry.
Oh, are they interfering with the overhead camera? Are they?
Here we go. You can wear them.
Oh, thank you.
You can don the antlers. There you go.
Fab.
Oh, they suit you.
Lovely, yeah.
Oh.
That kind of works, doesn't it? Right.
Right, okay, so I've got a needle and some thread. In this case, I'm using a tulip needle size 10 and some, this particular one is Wildfire because that's what was in my bag.
Oh, I wonder if we have any tulip needles. We'll have a little search.
If we haven't got them today, then we will have them again International Beading Week that's coming up. There's lots of stuff.
Because they're the Japanese ones?
Do you know what? I honestly don't know. Yes, voice from behind me said yes.
I remember because we do them on both channels.
Oh, there you go. Right, so I've got a little selection of beads here in sets of 2. Shall I move that over there somewhere? You see that? There you go. I might have to shuffle that way a little bit.
Wunderbar.
There we go. So I'm just going to thread on through the point of one of the Paisleys, pick up an 11/0 and through another Paisley bead so that they face each other. Pass those down.
So if you imagine the top, the bigger end being like a head, it's almost like they're looking eye to eye at each other.
Like a little oh.
Having a little kiss.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you know what? There's a kids program and there's a thing called a pock.
Is there?
And they're that shape, and they're little wooden things that are little creatures. So they look like pocks. People, unless you've got children, you won't know what I'm talking about.
Is that a night garden thing?
It's not night garden, but I think it's one on the children's channel.
Ah.
So I'm just doing the same thing. So when you get to the next one here, we're gonna go back to back. Yeah, they're all saying, "What? What's she talking about?" Does Sheridan know? I don't know. She's got children. I don't put the television
on much these days.
Even if you did, you wouldn't be watching that, I'm sure. Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm not on those channels yet.
Okay, so I'm just going to do this. So I've got 4 pairs of these little characters, whatever you want to call them, if they're talking to each other. Pock-pocks, yeah, and then I'm going to bring them round into a circle like that. And in this instance, because there's no bead in between, I'm just going to tie a surgeon's knot. So that's basically an overhand knot, but you do it twice. And then you pull that tight. And then I always do one for luck and security. Just making sure that's there. And then, being careful not to get mixed up with that tail end there, I'm just going to step up through this paisley bead here. So you're coming through the wider end now. Move that out of the way. And then between each one of these pairs, I'm just adding one of the 11s. And then when you get this sort of the fleur-de-lis, as we were talking about earlier, I'm adding an 11, an 8 in the galvanised gold in this time, and an 11.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. You just stop talking
on
for a second, Hannah.
Okay.
It's your necklace that's getting caught on your microphone. Ah, it's all right. Apologies, everyone. Sorry if it was making a horrendous noise. It's very difficult to
And there's me thinking that was the singing.
wear a microphone and look glamorous at the same time. There you go.
Testing, testing.
All sorted.
Am I back? Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, got you.
Okay. So all I'm doing is I'm adding an 11-0 between each of these pairs of paisleys, and then when you get the fleur-de-lis bit, the little cornerstone, if you like, I'm doing an 11, an 8, and an 11. And what that's going to do is create almost like a square silhouette out of something that's fundamentally curved.
You don't want any music at all, do you, while you're beading?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Would you find that relaxing? Maybe not.
I don't know.
Oh, I need to let you know, in the kits, in this particular kit, which is your traditional Christmas colours, which is your red, gold and green. Red, gold and green.
Oh, I love that song.
Oh, I do as well. We are down to around about the last 35 kits, just so that you know, because they are, obviously a lot of people getting the DVD are like, yes, I'll have this kit as well. Some people are waiting for the second kit. And a lot of people are asking us, is there any way we can bring the availability of that kit forward? If anyone can, Sheridan can, but we won't know until after we finish this demo.
Right. Okay.
So fingers crossed.
Okay. I'll let her key the buttons in while I finish this off. So I've done the same thing all the way around. So we've now got sort of a little square shape almost, and just make that little 8/0 sit proud.
Yeah.
Like that. So that is a good example of a component piece that could be used either in jewellery or on a bauble. So it could be a bracelet if you carried on making them and stitch them together.
Yes.
It could be part of a section which you then stitch around the bauble. In this case, I'm going to go for an earring. So I'm going to turn it on its side so it's a little diamond.
Oh, yeah. So now we're going up.
So now we've got the shamrocky sort of shape.
See, I as well would get my other colours from there, and I'd go, ooh, right, mandala.
Oh,
This is where I go freestyle and keep making it bigger and bigger.
Yeah, but you could. It could be a pendant, and you can just keep adding to it. That's the beauty of seed beads. Just keep beading, So I'm just going to make a loop. I've added 6 of the 11/0s, and I'm going to go through the 8/0 where my thread is exiting, so it's in a loop. And I'm just going to make a loop like that. And the reason there's 6 is because I'm going to add an earring finding. I want the loop of the shepherd's hook to sit between 2 beads. If you have it so that it's sat with 1 bead in the middle, it can't centre itself, so it looks a bit awkward. So we just pass that through. I'm just going to go through another time, passing this into there.
Oh, Anne in John O'Groats says, hello, lovely Anne. She says, hi, good to see both. See you. Oh, let's try again then, shall we?
Did she? Is that what she said?
She did, yeah. She said, she did. And then eventually, she got it right and she said, hiya, so good to see you both. Oh, well done, crew, coping with Derek. Did she mean by that?
Oh, he's such a sweetheart. He really is.
Crew. love your baubles. Jewellery and baubles. Sorry, love your jewellery and baubles. I do as well. Very, very good.
Well, thank you.
Very good. Such a lovely way with words, Anne.
Don't make me cough.
And any size baubles can be adapted for this. But you have a specific What are you?
Specific.
I can't see where the jumper ends and you begin now.
Oh, don't you hate that? If
Oh,
you
it's just
blush and
warm
then
in here,
somebody
isn't it?
tells you you're blushing, you then do it twice as bad. Oh no!
Oh, sorry, Belinda's internet's just frozen again. She was just about to put the kit in her basket as well. That's it. Frozen her internet. Anyway, where were we?
Sorry, so yes,
Honestly.
I'd made a little loop.
So you did.
Using 6 of the 11 O's and then back through the 8 O at the bottom, and then I'm just going to make an, well, I'm going to tie it off by doing a half hitch, I guess it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pass the needle through the loop.
You're guessing?
Well,
She's guessing. She just made the DVD. She's guessing.
I'll make it up as I go along, Derek. Yeah. No planning, no planning. Right, so it's all tied off nice and neatly there. So at this point you can either use scissors or a thread zapper, whatever you have to hand. Just trim the ends off and that's your component. And then with a shepherd's hook, we have, sorry, just using flat nose pliers as well, just to open the loop up. These all have a little open loop at the bottom. So you just bend it open like that, pop your loop that you made at the top of your shamrock, for want of a better word, through it and then close it up again. And there is your component piece that could be used as an earring or as part of a bauble or as a bracelet, whatever you want it to be. And that, I think, is the beauty of seed beads, and in particular these lovely shaped beads.
It is. They are gorgeous. They are really nice.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so in terms of the kit, if you're watching, oh, now when is this overnight?
Oh, I'm not sure. The overnight times.
Very, very late or
Later.
early. It's one or the other.
Quite literally later.
Yeah, it's quite literally late or early. So if you're watching this on a repeat or play it again or catch up or whatever, the kit probably would have gone. Well worth a call though, just to see. Just as 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning. I won't want to see my face at 5 in the morning. Yes, marvellous. What are we doing now? We're doing something. Are we? Oh, we're halfway through an hour.
Oh.
Ooh, now most people set their clock for a break happening at 3 minutes to the hour, but we're going to take a random one right now, but for a very special reason. See you back here in how long, Adam? It's exactly, right, get ready, 2 minutes and 2 seconds from now.
Guest designer Alison Tarry here. Coming up on Monday, it's back in stock, the Endless Loom, my favourite, endless possibilities, endless fun. It's coming to you on the Monday morning show. Join us for the Endless Loom.
Jewellery Makers, this weekend we have an absolutely jam-packed, fab weekend. It's the height of summer, and what perfect gemstones should we have? Of course, pearls. Well, we have our 2 pearly queens, the lovely Fleur and the amazing Jan, as a collaboration for the first time on air together. They're going to be working together with the Knotty Do-It-All tool to show you exactly how amazing this product is. But wait a minute. Summer, I'm inspired by all things colourful, flowers, the birds in the sky. Wait a minute, what? It's July. You want me to do Christmas in July? Okay, I like Christmas. It's also Christmas in July. Make sure you're there, Jewellery Makers. Don't miss out. It's going to be a fun weekend.
My head's far too big for this.
Hang on, you can
It's
do,
not
you can
gonna
do
work.
it. You can do it.
Okay.
I think that works.
Yeah, that's all right. It can blend with the greys that are popping up one by one.
Silver
How
highlights.
very festive.
Silver
It's just
highlights.
missing some music. Oh,
I reckon
dear.
it's going to be dead before the end of the show.
Honestly, our viewing figures will if I keep turning that on. I need to let you know of a couple of things. Oh, by the way, welcome back. We are back on time, 2 minutes and 2 seconds later. Oh, I missed the cake that time. Never mind. There's another one at the top of the hour, isn't there?
What,
That's all
cake?
good.
More
break.
cake.
Break. Cake break.
Cake break.
Not break cake. Or you do have to break cake, though, don't you?
Yeah.
To make the cake break. Anyway, listen, I've got a few things to tell you. We can pre-order the second and the other kit for the baubles, lovely baubles, in around about 19 minutes or so here on Jewellery Maker. I also have coming up for you tonight, you've got the same colour as the antlers again.
No, I'm all right
done.
this time. I was expecting it that time, but I'll get you
Coming
next
up,
time.
honestly, I don't know how
Oh, gosh,
we have
look at those.
any of this. Sheridan, you should be running these down the road to the other place. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they have it either, do they? I don't think. I honestly, I think if we searched on the websites of the channels that do fully made up jewellery, I bet if we went to their websites, Sheridan, and searched this gemstone, I don't think we'd find anything. This is, for those people who've never seen it before, who are sitting there and thinking, I don't know if I recognise that. It could be this, it could be that, it might be this, it might be that. Let me put you out of your misery. This is a gemstone you hardly ever see on television today at all in 2019. It is called Imperial Topaz. And for those people who wished it to be Imperial Topaz but thought, no, it can't, it's too rich in colour, it can't be. The Imperial Topaz that you see out and about these days is extremely wishy-washy, which is why I'm holding it up in mid-air like it's on a washing line in the snow, because that's the best way of showing to you that that is incredible saturation of colour. I would imagine the number of these strands that we have is very minimal, and I know that this will be one of the most considered strands that we have in the business today, but for an extremely good reason. Okay, this also comes from, and there are so few locations for Imperial Topaz, and this comes from pretty much the location you would want, the one location you would want to be in the Minas Gerais region of Brazil. And it's one particular mine that gives you not only these amazing sort of honey colours, these golden ginger colours like you've never seen before, but can you see there's a little twist of rhubarb in some of these as well. You can see the reds that are coming through this. Some of the most incredible examples of this gemstone I've ever seen. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't sold Imperial Topaz in ready-made finished jewellery, and bear in mind the last time I was on one of those channels was at least 3 years ago. Would be about 7 or 8 or probably more actually years ago, because when you see it these days you think, oh meh, you could be anything, you could be citrine for all I know, because it's so light in colour. Now this is available on pre-order right now, so for those real gemstone connoisseurs and collectors amongst us, you can go and see that right now. Do you want to have a little closer look at that, don't you? I wouldn't imagine that you see much of that around and about either. I've got must-haves to tell you about, but they will be so impressive at 8 o'clock. As soon as you'll see them, you'll want them. I can almost guarantee that. But I've got some specials here for you now that I just want you to see. We are, fingers crossed, going to be able to pre-order the other Baubles DVD at 8 o'clock. Fingers crossed. Isn't it gorgeous?
It's stunning.
Will you remember that it's there though? Because it's more than my lack of contract already is worth to lose track of that tonight.
No.
Okay, let's bring you kyanite. Let's bring you a gemstone which is so revered on this planet. It's funny, isn't it? The more of these planet-type programs about saving the planet and our effect on the planet that are out there right now, the more we see into the heart and soul of the very planet and what makes it up. And we learn so much more about things that happened millions, billions of years ago that have dictated the mineral content, the setup of the stone, the ground, the volcanic activity, how one planet interacting with another has led us to where we are right now. The story of the evolution of any gemstone, I just think, is incredible. I mean, we will never know just how incredibly, we never really appreciate how incredibly lucky we are to have this consciousness, to know, to understand, to be able to communicate and talk about a gemstone and know what that actually means. Because we have thoughts and we have feelings and we have communication and everything else. I just think, honestly, when you look at the big scheme of things, we are incredibly lucky. This is one of those gemstones which, for the price that you're seeing on screen right now, 110 carats should never be. And actually, this would be the calibre of this gemstone. And I don't know whether we can really get in and see the way the light interacts with a gemstone like this, because this gemstone, every gemstone has a natural cleavage, a way in which a gemstone can be split, a way a gemstone would naturally shatter if you hit it on the head with a hammer. And the phenomenal thing about kyanite is the way it's almost like looking at pages in a book when the light travels through the gemstone. There are, how many gemstones did you say on this one, Sheridan? It's around about 63 6mm round beads of some of the highest quality kyanite I've ever seen. Again, this is a gemstone where when you're buying it out in the big wide world, it's becoming smaller pieces, shallower slices, wishy-washy, blue here, white here. And to get this with a real constant of colour all of the way through it is one of those opportunities, ladies and gentlemen, that you really do not see very often. If you're a lover of this gemstone, again, grab this availability while you can. So from $59.95, $34.95, how does that sound? Because that's taken a big, not even a sting out of the tail. $59.95 was the right price. And actually probably far beyond $59.95 in fairness, to be honest with you. Because this is one of those few gemstones which is mesmerising to view. And it's not just another blue gemstone. Do you know what I mean? Because it has those, it does have those unique qualities. It does have that amazing, hang on. Oh yes, we have got some rough here, haven't we, somewhere?
I don't know if it's still there.
Look. Because,
it's over there.
Again, let me just see if I can, oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to what we were talking about just a moment ago and the way in which the cleavage of this gemstone works. So it forms in long, thin crystals, but you can see that the layers of the crystal are so shallow, it's like pages in a book. So to try and get gemstones of any size, I mean, if you look across these here, you can see actually it's even coming, you know, those pages will start coming apart in my very hands, because that's the nature of this gemstone. It forms in layers like you are literally looking, like imagine like a children's book that you left out in the wet. It'd been raining for days and days and days on end and all the pages got stuck together. That's like the formation of kyanite. It's like year after year after year after year. It's a little bit, and look at how irregular those occur. And look, we can somehow garner material like this.
That's
so you can imagine
amazing,
trying to get beads
Weird.
this size out of this rough. All you could say is good luck. And that's why we've got this as a piece of rough in our studio, because to try and get anything usable out of what's going on in there, forget it. It's not worth the effort. It's not worth even trying. But it's a beautiful, beautiful gemstone. But honestly, it's fascinating. And I would love to have that piece of rough as well, by the way, because it's just an awesome example. Right, next up we have, yes, I have got a sterling silver, I think, findings pack. Now this would be good if you were thinking of making the earring designs that Hannah was talking about from the kit. Of course, this is in sterling silver, so this is majorly stepping it up a gear. So in this kit, you have a pair of shepherd hooks. You've got your 2 sterling silver head pins with a 2mm round ball on the end. And that's the key thing about these, actually, because most head pins would have a much smaller ball on the end.
Yes, yeah.
So you've got 2 head pins, which are, how long are they? 40mm. You also have... oh, it's going to be difficult to show you. Sorry, just one second. Yes, actually, if we got a doodah still, you've got a jump ring. In fact, you've got 4 jump rings, and I've only got 1 here. It says you have 4. Yes, 4 at 3.5mm round, and you have. It says. Oh, have I got the right one here, Sheridan? Yeah.
So we're
because it's showing 4 crimp tubes as well.
We're missing a few pieces from. Yeah.
Bolt ring. Okay. We'll come back to that.
Oh yeah, that's right on the front there.
We'll come back to that. Sorry.
Can you reach?
Oh.
That's beautiful.
Oh, now where did this was not in our schedule at all. I say that without I've never seen today's schedule. So how would I know? How would I know? But I certainly wasn't made aware of it. Oh.
It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Love amber.
There is something about it that's just so precious, isn't there? It's like a commodity, isn't it? Annette in County Durham says, "Hi, Derek. I went to make a cup of tea and now I'm back and you're wearing a Santa hat. Are you going to come and put presents under my tree?" Oh, Annette, only if you ask nicely. 3 kisses on the bottom is going the right way about it. I would say that.
It's because he's bringing you all these lovely presents.
Now, hang on just a moment. I know that we have, and again, last show for me was 6 months ago. I know we have an amazing relationship with the company that we buy the amber from in Poland. We go every single time we go on a filming trip, when we go and do a buying trip with them. We're not staying at £9.95, and that could well be why we already have people multi-buying on this one. That is a considerable cabochon drop. I would say buy 2 at least, and I'm not pushing you into it. I'm not here to push or pressure, or I'm not on a commission. I barely get paid. 2 and 6, 2 shillings and 6pence. But you've got to have 2. You've got to have 2 of these, I would say. How many do we have in total, Sheridan? Oh, okay. So it's not possible for everyone then. We have less than 50 of these. What? Hang on a minute. You said you were putting a clock on, not the price down. Oh, both, apparently. Okay. Like you do. Shut your eyes, Hannah. I suppose it's too late now. You've seen that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Blimey. You know what that's worthy of, don't you?
Oh, no.
Oh, do you know what? I think the batteries have charged themselves up. It's sounding all right now. We could do with a different tune, though, to be honest. £7.95. We've had 3 hours of that now. You should never leave anything like that in a studio that I'm getting into, really, frankly. I'm surprised you've not confiscated it yet. I'm surprised you've not confiscated it yet, Sheridan. She loves it. Lucy tried and failed, yeah. I noticed. Just a few more seconds to go. Sheila, well done. Sheila's got a fair few of these coming her way. I think that's 3 pairs of earrings coming your way, Sheila, isn't it? Congratulations, that's lovely.
Stunning.
Just pop that down back again.
Put it back where it's supposed to be.
That's lovely. Oh, hang on. Oh, actually,
drum roll, but then what?
Have we got it here, Sheridan? Lucy, darling. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. Sorry. I know this is all sounding very vague because you're only hearing one side of the conversation, but we're just trying to see whether we've reached that moment where possibly, fingers crossed, we're almost at the stage where we could pre-order the second lovely baubles kit for the baubles.
These are terror.
Oh yeah, it's there. I'll show you the kit in just a moment. I'll just show you the DVD as well, remind you of the DVD. while the kit comes to us. So we've already seen the paisley and the ginkgo beads in the sort of traditional Christmas colours, which are the gold, red, gold and green. Red, gold and green. The DVD, which is the ginkgo and paisley beaded baubles. DVD, brackets PAL, with Hannah Osborne. Launched an hour ago, or just under an hour ago. And I think we've pretty much said almost goodbye to about half-ish of the stock. Are they? Oh no, we're about halfway through these, aren't we? Yeah, half of the DVD is gone. The kit, the Christmas colours kit. Well done, Lucy, thank you. The Christmas colours kit, lovely baubles. We only have around about 20 left. For those asking, can we pre-order on the second kit for 9 o'clock? This is very naughty. Very naughty. She wouldn't let us pre-order on the DVD, would she? No,
I know.
no, but second kit. Oh, yeah, you can do that. Right. Paula says, is the other kit going to be on pre-order? Oh, it's like I read your mind, Paula. Go, go, go. Oh, is that the code? No, that's not the code. It's on pre-order.
Yeah.
Would you like the code? I suppose it would help, wouldn't it? IF, if I were a rich man. IFXC 93. IFXC 93. Lovely baubles. Kit 2. Okay. Do you want to have a quick scan across the kit just very, very quickly? Because that's now on pre-order. So you've got ginkgo beads in a lovely sort of orangey, pearly, wonderful colour. And you've got your... Oh, it's the other way around, isn't it?
Yeah,
Are they the paisley beads?
duos,
Yes.
yeah.
There's the ginkgos in a lovely, gorgeous, rich, bronzy, chocolate gorgeous. And then you've got the purple 8Os. And then we get 3... Is it 3 tubes of 11Os?
Is it 3 of 11 and 1 of 8? Yeah. Or is that 8 as well?
I think that's 8 as well, sorry. Can't quite see. Anyway, listen, we'll do that in full. You'll be able to see it. IFXC
Yeah.
93. Yes, but there's more seed beads in that kit, isn't there?
There are a few more, yeah.
One more tube of seed beads. Right, in the meantime, what am I doing? Lavender Strand. So much going on tonight. It's so exciting, isn't it? So exciting. Mega long strand. We don't do so many strands at this length anymore these days. So you have the chance to take some lavender amethyst. Oh, that's fine by me. Thank you very much. Done. Oh, not done, apparently. No. I've got to show you the must-haves, which are coming up at 8 o'clock, by the way, which are all in pyrite. I love this one. Don't you just love that one?
Yeah.
I'd just have that like an alternative to a chain, wouldn't you? OK, in the meantime, your lavender amethyst, we've got so many things and not enough time to do with them in. I love it. Paula, have you got your pre-order kit? IFXC... Oh, sorry. IFXC 93. See, on the close shot, if I'm pointing... Oh, no, it's all wrong. 245. 245. Lovely antlers. 245. Hang on a second. 395, 245. That's like how much percent? Too much. Too much. No, too much, though, Sheridan. That's all I need to know. Too much. That tunes... We don't have to wait for the end of this tune, I'm afraid, just so it changes tunes. Do you know what I mean?
Does it change tune?
Have you slipped new batches into this, Lucy?
It's woken up, hasn't it?
It's sounding awfully efficient now. Oh, oh, hang on. That was like about 7 notes all into one. What's up? I saw Hi Derek and Lovely there. I don't know what it said, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, we've got to go for a break. Have we? Got to go for a quickly. Oh, it's time to break the cake. It's the cake break. See you back here in 3.
JewelleryMakers, this weekend we have an absolutely jam-packed, fab weekend. It's the height of summer, and what perfect gemstone should we have? Of course, pearls. Well, we have our two pearly queens, the lovely Fleur and the amazing Jan, as a collaboration for the first time on air together. They're going to be working together with the Knotty Do-It-All tool to show you exactly how amazing this product is. But wait a minute. Summer, I'm inspired by all things colourful, flowers, the birds in the sky. Wait a minute, what? It's July. You want me to do Christmas in July? Okay, I like Christmas. It's also Christmas in July. Make sure you're there, jewellery makers. Don't miss out. It's going to be a fun weekend.
At JewelleryMaker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Did you know no matter how many times you purchase with JewelleryMaker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging? Select our standard delivery for just $3.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $5.95. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Oh, hello. Welcome back. What are we doing? I can't remember.
Stuff.
Didn't
Stuff
get any,
and things.
Didn't get any cake.
Oh, no, we didn't have cake.
Never mind.
It's in there.
It's all right. There's time in the next break to do that. Right, okay, so IFXC93 kit number 2, lovely baubles, is coming up. Well, it's there, it's on pre-order. It's there now for you to see, which we never usually do, but we had so many people asking, and already a fair few of them. In fact, I can't remember how many we started those. Hopefully it's as good as the number of the first kit, fingers crossed, but a fair few of those are already out of the door. So just putting it out there, just letting you know. And actually, if you want to see the colour palette of the kit number 2, which is IFXC93, have a look at this lovely bracelet. Lovely, so it's not just lovely baubles, it's lovely bracelet as well.
Too,
oh, honestly. Just like the gift that keeps giving. So that's the colour palette of the second kit, IFXC93. IFXC93 on pre-order right now. Right, okay, time now for us to bring you the pyrite. So we have got 2 strands of gorgeous pyrite. We're going to start with, sorry, hematite. Did I say pyrite? Yeah. I meant hematite, sorry. So I've got two strands to bring you. This one, first one, oh, that's not a lovely bauble. You can move. There you go. This one. So these are plain saucers. Oh gosh, there's a real uniformity. You know, on a stretch bracelet, if you wanted an alternate that was gemstone rather than a metal, this would serve you very well indeed. If you want something that was a little more lightweight, do you know what I mean? That works incredibly well. It feels gorgeous as well. That's amazing. Is hematite the one that is slightly
magnetic?
Magnetic,
isn't it?
yes. So yeah, you need to obviously exercise caution if you wear a pacemaker or an internal defib even, should I say? But apparently, Sharon is telling me, is there some kind of, do people wear hematite to relieve arthritis? I'm no medical expert. I'm not making any claims whatsoever, just to be clear. But yes, apparently, so rumour has it, people wear their hematite as a bracelet. They are. I think they're brilliant. I think it's a lovely gemstone. Again, it's not too heavy either. What's the other gemstone that is metallic in colour that is a lot denser? What's the one? Oh, is it hematite? Yeah, but normally you see it in bigger shapes, don't you? Yeah, in a darker colour, like a real sort of silvery, not even silvery at all, is it? It's like you're right, like a grey. What you actually call hematite as a colour as well, isn't it? So you don't usually see it in this kind of way. So it's much, much smaller sizes. Actually, these are along the same kind of lines of, you think of the spaces that are sent in some of the strands of gemstones sometimes, and then magnify that, and then refine it somewhat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I always think it's like punctuation between other gemstones. If you've got something that's metallic or neutral, and you put it between whatever other gemstones you're using...
Yeah, it just brings it all out, doesn't it?
It really sort of...
Oh, okay, okay. Oh. Is all of the... here comes the information that we need. Here it comes. Pyrite, thank you, Anila. Sheridan and I were both having this kind of... I know we're saying things to each other, but it's like we know that they're wrong. That's not what we mean. Yes, you're so right. Pyrite is the one where... much, much heavier, much denser gemstone. Hematite, beautiful, love this. Oh, okay, a fifth of what we have in stock has already sold out. This is the first time, this is a premiere, by the way. That is where we start. Okay, that's good, that's very good. Well, let's have a welcome on in price. Actually, if you were using those as spacers, you've got so many of them to work with. Well, I would say that was about a 16. Oh, I don't know. Hang on. Let's do to the inch, shall we? I don't have a ruler. There used to be rulers here when I was here 100 years ago. We'd say around about the 140-ish. Oh, yes.
Centimetres.
Yes, there's inches down.
Inches there, yeah.
That's inches down the side there. Let's go to the biggest point because that's where you'll get less to the inch, won't it? So it'll be an approximation. But I think you probably get... Oh yeah, sorry, centimetre. That would be better, wouldn't it, really? Oh, here we go with our calculations. Yeah, there's about 1, 2, 3, about 4 to the centimetre. So I have to close one eye when I do that because I only wear one contact lens. Of course, because it's me, of course. I'm the only person in the world that only wears one contact lens. Yeah, oh. My brain does the rest.
Oh, okay.
Right, are you ready? How many did we say there were? No. With our 4 to the 1 centimetre, what did that work out to? About 140 or so beads on the strand. And the strand's in London, isn't it? This is my funny old brain today. What did I have in the break? I only had a bit of this
I don't know.
coconut smoothie thing. Here we go, yeah. I think I've been spiked. $9.95. Well, it's not worked, quite frankly. $9.95. Why? What are they saying? Lovely things. Sheridan's asking if I'm paying these people to text in. Please email the person who's responsible for booking presenters and ask if we can have Derek back regularly and permanently. Have you heard that upstairs? Regularly and permanently, not once every 6 months. $9.95. Please give this lovely man a contract. You'll have to explain
what word again. Yeah,
you'll have to explain to me what one of those is. We love him and we want him on our screens more often. You won't say that if I was here too often. You'd say, enough of him now. Enough of him. Well, thank you, folks. That's very kind. Play you a special Christmas tune.
It's back to sounding ropey again then.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh. It's off. The batteries are dying again. Yeah. I think he's heard that I might have a contract in the offing.
As long as he doesn't come with you, that's fine.
Half of the stock. Well, listen, he might have made my career.
It may be.
Listen, this little scary fella here might be the making of me.
Has he got a name?
I want to call him Winter Wurzel, really.
Winter Wurzel. He's got mitts on.
They look warm though, don't they,
hands, they're in the
Sheridan?
mitts.
His hands do look warm. Have you noticed I've moved the J so now you can see it now? It just said M there for ages, didn't it? $9.95. Oh, we've got a second part of the must-have as well, doesn't it? And this is a night as well. This is beautiful. I would buy this simply as an alternative to a chain. Because if I just show you, look, you can see across the room. You don't
Really
even,
sparkly, isn't it?
It's
Lovely.
super. Sorry, might have to undo a button. Sorry. All those nice texts are going to turn into, oh no, actually, second thoughts. We've seen this airy chest. There you go. Look at that. Stunning, isn't it? Hey, hang on. Some of those are white guitar strings I'm keeping down there as well. Right. Anyway, calm yourself. Lovely baubles. Right. 20 carats. They're over there. I don't know why we can't see them. I don't know why they're not on display all the time. They're so lovely. That's what we should have called this DVD. Never mind Ginkgo and Paisley beaded baubles. Just literally in quotes, lovely baubles. Anyway, where were we? 20 carats of these lovely, gorgeous cubes. I just love them. I would just have them. I just want them. Actually, bracelet. Let me make myself a bracelet as well. Yeah, see, that works. That works for everyone as well because it's just at the right scale, isn't it? Make a couple of those. Not even as stretchy actually. Do that on memory wire so you could have a bit of movement in them as well. So you could sort of, you know, so they've got a bit of fiddle factor around them. You know what I mean? I do like jewellery with a fiddle factor. Right. Okay, it's not staying at $10.95. Excuse me. Can I tell you something really stupid? Really stupid. We're going lower on this, by the way. I'll tell you in a minute when we've gone lower. Because this will blow your mind. This will go, oh, honestly, Derek, you shouldn't be trusted to leave the house on your own.
That's really
$8.95. Yes. Yes. What's that for? What's that? Emoji hand. Ridiculous was that? $8.95. So this is why they don't call me in very often. Things like that. $8.95. Oh. No, she's asking the expert. I think it's going to be, well, it'd kind of be 1.5, wouldn't it?
So about 1.5.
Although you could do a memory wire, like a helter-skelter kind of bracelet, couldn't you?
Yep, a little bit of a twist.
Yeah, with a bit of up the arm action. Right, Wendy, well done. Julie, well done. Right, so let me just tell you something. I took my car in on Thursday for a check-up and a rub down and all the rest of it. And it was really hot yesterday, and I was out in the car on the way down here because I came down yesterday. So I thought, I'm so nervous. I came down the day before. I was like, well, I haven't been there in ages, so I'll go down the day before. And so I'm driving all the way down. And when I had the windows open, it was like fine, the air flowing through and all the rest of it. With the air conditioning on in the car, I was thinking, well, it's hotter. It's making things hotter rather than colder, and it should be colder. Anyway, I've had this car for 3 years now. It's a very, very good car. It's an Audi A3. Other cars are available and models. I didn't know.
You're going to tell me that you just found the aircon switch, aren't you?
Well, it had the thing where you could change the temperature. And I hadn't noticed. It's not unless you press the button that says auto on that side or AC on that side.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's like a fridge like I like it. 3 years later.
So
I've been going up and down.
Your way down the motorway.
I've been on low all the way for 3 years.
Oh.
Because you know I like it cool.
Well, yeah, but
I didn't. I was like, well, I only took it in on Thursday. I spent £700 having that service and this, that and the other. I didn't even re-gas the doodah, whatever it is they put gas in to do the air conditioning. I thought, well, it's hotter than it's ever been. And it was actually a friend of mine who pointed out.
You said press
auto. I was like, oh.
It's nice though when you discover it can do something like that. It just makes you feel like
3 years later though. Although that's me saving the planet as well, because it uses less fuel, not actually having the air conditioning on. No wonder it's never needed gassing.
Good for the skin, isn't it? Having a sauna, you know?
Yeah.
Just perhaps not.
3 years though. Sorry, darling. What are we doing? 3 years. Sheridan. 3 years. Yellow what? Oh, yeah. Gold. 3 years. Are you? Right, okay. Sheridan's doing a lost leader now to try and get you back after my boring air conditioning story. She's like, for heaven's sake, honestly. I'm trying to keep an audience with us right now and he's talking air conditioning on his car. Honestly. He's talking his time at the bus stop next. Okay, we're actually going to go far. This would go nicely. Oh, what was that? Was that me? Oh, sorry. Lovely baubles. This would go lovely with the lovely baubles, wouldn't it?
It would.
Okay, but you've... Oh, hello! You've got 45 seconds to go with it. I've got with the programme. 15 seconds later, he's caught on what she's done here. 195. Who's she, the cat's mother? My lovely producer, Sheridan, has gone a little bit under the limbo there. A little bit. And then minus signs on your screen. 195. Please be quick. Honestly, I blame them. Letting me on air for 6 hours, you know, do nothing for 6 months, then come back do 6 hours in a row.
What do they expect, you know?
What are you going to get for that then?
It's going to be a bit...
What do you expect? It's not going to be any money made today, is there?
Oh, but everyone's enjoying themselves, though.
Mind you, I don't think the air conditioning's working up there either. I think she's a bit delirious up there. 195. What are you on about? She's whipped it off now because she's realised the error of her ways. Well done. You've all got yours though. Well done. Congratulations. Oh. Do you know what? I actually can't wait for Christmas now. That's this chair. That's this chair.
Hey, don't look at me. It wasn't me.
Christmas tree. We've got something Christmas, have we?
Oh, there.
Oh yeah, I can't see around there. Because these big... You can't even see these great big presents here, can you? You can't even see that. I've just ruined that. You can't even see it. It is pointless. You can't see it. Right, OK. That's it. Welcome back, Jarek. He behaved for the first couple of hours. That's it. Gone rogue again now. Oh! Oh, how cute. Right. Oh, so these are different colours as well, aren't they? Because some are like a grey. Somebody's painted these. They've been painted, look. Oh, is that silvery? Won't give me that job, I'm afraid. Mind you, if you made it part of my contract, I might consider it. So you get, how many do we get? Let's work it out, shall we? Let's do it all properly. So you get 3 of those. Oh, it's 3 of each, isn't it? 3 of the green ones. And 3 of the in the nude, naked, natural pine. Do you know what you could do?
What?
With these? You could make yourself your own custom car air freshener.
Oh, you could actually.
Couldn't you?
I was thinking more sort of wine glass charms or place settings or something like that. If you had like a Dremel or a pyrography tool, you can customise it.
You haven't seen me pouring wine. I'm really a bit clumsy with the red. Goes everywhere.
Doesn't matter which glass it is, they're all yours.
Yeah. It goes everywhere. All over the table, all down the side of the glass. Yeah, no, we've never had a show with me and Zena, have we? I don't know why. What would we call that? Team...
You'd be like naughty school kids, the pair of you.
What would we call it? No, we should, because it's been too many years and we haven't. Dina. Dina. Yeah. Team Dina. Dina. Oh yeah, Dina is me first, isn't it? Not that it should be me first. I don't mind if she takes the lead.
Could be Zarek.
Zarek, yeah? It would be flipping amazing, I know that.
It would be chaos, I'd love it.
Yeah. I don't think this channel's ready for that yet. Oh, sorry. I forgot you were looking. Oh, do you know what I thought that was for a minute? I thought it was Umbelly Jelly. M-Belly Jelly, whatever it's called. I haven't seen that for years.
Are they crimp covers or crimp or something else?
Yes,
got,
gold-plated
covers.
crimp bead covers of 2 different sizes. I'll guess at that. That's being that one. Just have a look at Hannah for confirmation. Oh, luckily she's here all the time. Have you got a contract? Have you? Got a contract. All I've got is a subscription for Gardener's World magazine with immediate media.
Oh, do you know what? I haven't done that. I still need to do that.
Oh, it's very good.
Silly,
There's a special offer on at the moment.
Should,
it is an immediate media publication, by the way. Definitely need the Derek and Hannah show.
Oh,
so glad you're back. Today has been epic. Jilly Susie Watwood. What? Is she watching the same show that we're doing? Sheridan's just said, I think you're a calming influence on him. Well,
yeah, I think I'm struggling.
yeah, but if truth be told,
it's fun though.
I'm just trying to make sure that there's another one in the next 6 months. That's all. That's all.
I can try and put a good word in for you.
Oh,
but
would you?
I don't get to make the decision.
Would you? How much would it cost? Because I only get 2 and 6 for this show, you know. We're going to have to negotiate.
We've got lovely baubles.
That's true. Many times.
They'll all buy the DVD.
Not just once either. I mean, I haven't shut up about it since 7 o'clock. 13.95, becoming a pest.
We're both going to get fired in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I've been fired already. Oh, there's a new head of something here as well, isn't there?
There's a lot of new people. We have a new MD, yeah.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I've not disgraced myself in front of them yet. Is it man? Him?
Andrew, yeah, Andrew King.
Hello. Hello. Oh, Andrew King. King, you say? It's an unfortunate name, isn't it? Oh dear. Be nice for the king.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Good. Got that. Anybody else I need to know about?
You know about Marie, don't you?
Marie, yes, our lovely gemologist. I nearly got to meet her. And...
Well, head of buying and kit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And kit, did you say?
Buying and kits, yes.
Oh, okay.
We've merged into one team. We have senior people on both sides, so Caroline and Claire are the seniors. Actually, there's 2 Claires that are in senior positions.
Have you made it to senior, or are you still junior like me?
I'm just me. I'm chugging away.
Just you. We can.
I've got a young family and puppies and
we could
stuff,
never do without you.
Flexibility.
We could never do without you, Hannah, and your lovely baubles at Christmas.
Thanks.
In July and December. It's like the Queen twice a year. Right, got to move on. Honestly, just sit here chatting away about nothing, you know.
Yeah, there's viewers and everything.
Yeah. Oh, is there people watching this as well? It's not just us, just chatting for the fun of it. Right, so these are bigger, Sheridan, yes?
Oh. I think we might have gone back to front with what we showed, because that says 3 mil.
Oh, sorry. These are the 4 mil. Sorry, I guessed. Right, I'll just show you both, and then you can see.
Together,
the ones that you were just ordering were the slightly smaller ones. No, bigger ones. Yeah, you've just been ordering the bigger ones. 30 of the big ones, which you've just ordered. You can swap your orders around, by the way. Just speak to the team. And we're now doing the 3 mil. So we were doing the 4 mil before, but I was showing you the wrong ones. And we're now doing the 3 mil, which is the ones I was showing you wrongly just a moment ago. If you're confused, well, blimey. Welcome to our world. But anyway, it's fine. Listen, it's buttons anyway, isn't it? £3.95. Just get them all. Just buy them all. Quite frankly, it's Saturday night.
Well, they're really good.
If it's past gin o'clock, you'll have both anyway, won't you? Of course you will. It's got to be done, hasn't it? Please drink responsibly, one at a time.
So normally you'd use these if you've used a crimp to attach a clasp to the end of a bracelet.
Yes.
Sometimes they can have a sharp edge. So if you pop these around them, it's a little bit like you know, Pac-Man. It's a little bit like that.
Yes.
And then it closes mouth.
Don't look at me as if to say you'll remember Pac-Man. You look old enough.
Well, if I remember Pac-Man.
Of course I remember that.
One.
Yes.
So they close around the crimp bead and they just stop you having a sharp edge.
Squish.
But you can also use them as spacers as well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to have the crimp inside them.
And they're sterling silver as well. They're very, very affordable.
And very malleable because they're sterling silver as well.
Yes. So you get 30 of the Was it 30 of the 4mm and 20 of the 3mm? Sterling silver, plated in gold. If you want to swap your orders from one to the other, and sorry for leading you around the... Well, it's only to the tune of £3.95. It's not like I've run off with your millions. Do you know what I mean? But you can always, change those.
She's saying you've got one job, Derek.
One job.
Present the product.
Yeah, but I didn't know... When she said we'll start with the 3mm, mind you, I should have known that by sight, shouldn't I?
Wow.
I didn't close
I
one eye.
think it's because we didn't know what the other size was going to be, so just guessed.
I think it's because we've all had a mince pie. Oh no, we didn't have any mince pies, did we? They're in the shops. I don't know why we didn't have them. There's no excuse not to ever have a mince pie, is there?
No, I love a mince pie. They're having cheese in there. Did you know?
Oh yeah, cheese and wine party.
I don't think they've got any wine, but they've got cheese and pate.
Very sophisticated. No wine, Mr. King. No wine ever on duty. Right, what should we do next then? $15.
Ooh, that looks right, yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. What a mess I've made over there. Anyway, never mind. Some of it's the kit for 9 o'clock, so that's fine. It's like I'm ahead of myself, really. And you are. The second kit, by the way, lovely baubles, is on the pre-order. Now, what was the code? If I were a rich man. IFXC93.
Oh, see what you did there.
Right, now you never, Sheridan, you never show us the price like, boom, there it is. I know what this means. I think I know what's... Ooh, okay, so you don't want a contract either then. Okay, right, so well, at least we're in the same boat, hey? $91.95 is your price tag, and we put that straight in front of you. And you might be thinking, okay, well, that's considered some for a single strand here at JewelleryMaker, and you'll be quite right. It is also some of the very, very finest example of this gemstone that you could wish for. I don't know whether we can take a slightly more considered journey through the... And I'm looking at colour and clarity as a mix here. Because when you look, in fact, if I'm just going to raise that up slightly against the backdrop of my shirt, just so that you can see the clarity, the sparkle for the size of those gemstones. The percentage that's coming off this price is so huge ooh, that it will be a shock to the system.
Oh my
be a shock to this system. Do we still have the same FD here?
I can't remember. Yes.
Alex?
Yes, yeah.
Alex. Oh, sorry, Alex. More greys coming. $29.95. Alex is our FD financial director. Man who says, sorry, aren't we meant to be making money here? Isn't this meant to be a business?
He does say that, yeah.
Like, hang on, this is it's going too far the other way. $29.95.
That's insane.
It is. I'm going to pop the whole of that on the back of my hand again for a second.
I can't.
That is, it is in well... Yeah, it is one of those which, quite simply, I mean, honestly, a restranded version of this on another channel, and you would be looking at a bare minimum. I can just see it right now. In fact, I've been at some of these channels, and even at their today's prices, you'd be going, they'd start at probably 149, and they'd tickle their way down and down and down and down and down, and they'd probably stop at around about £79 because that'd be the price where people would be biting and buying, and that's how those. Oh, sorry, Sheridan. That's how those channels can work. So I've heard is that they'll come down to a price, and then when people start ordering, they'll go, oh, okay, that'll do. We'll stop there. I think. Stop there. Do you know what I mean?
I say, if ever there was a Christmas present, that's it, isn't it?
What was the other one, darling? Sorry. Oh, I've just spotted a lovely chain. I'm going to just hoik out and put there for a second. Oh, is that... Oh, sorry. Well, no. Yeah. Anyway, you'll never know what that meant. So, we had the big beryl strands, didn't we, earlier? Do you remember when Jan was here? And now we have got some even bigger cushions than either of those strands, I think. Yeah, 18 by 14, 16 by 20. Okay, so Linda JP, right? They're obviously considering you as senior.
Oh, I'm not anymore.
Friends in high places, knows Mr. King and everything. Hannah, who is in charge of the booking of the presenters. If enough of us email, they might book more Derek and
it's Chloe,
Wolf.
isn't it? Presenters. Is it what? So
Don't be asking me. I don't know. I have no idea how I ended up
Ollie's head
here.
of production. Chloe's head of TV. I don't know.
I think that's Chloe. Yeah. I got text by Chloe.
Yeah.
She's like, this is not a joke. This is not a drill. I am that desperate.
Simon's in charge.
Can you come in on Saturday?
I think it's Chloe.
So I've tried everyone.
She's going to hate us for this.
Everyone. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cara in
Nothing
Bristol.
like a bit of peer pressure.
See what you can do, Hannah.
I'll ask.
Right, here we go. That price and this gemstone were not made for each other. They were seriously not made for each other. That's too good. That is too good. Get yourselves on, well, I say on the phone lines. I'm so used to saying on the phone lines, I forget Jewellery Maker works completely and utterly different. Usually on every other channel I talk about, it's all about phone, 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 phone. Here, most of you are I can see you logged in, into the app, into the website, or whichever one you do, whether it's on your tablet or your phone or whatever. I have to say, wherever I am, and this is not my phone, it's just a figment of your imagination. I would never, ever, ever have my phone on screen when I was on telly. But there I am. There's my Jewellery Maker app, all ready to go.
It's that easy.
Which it is for most of the time. Please don't any of my friends send me a text message at this second in time. Thank you very much. Because I've only just come back after an absence of 6 months. Right, next up. Yes. Next up, I have for you, this was the one, wasn't it? Yes, it was the one.
Is that?
Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
This one is. It's the other one that isn't.
It's very blue, yeah.
Oh, we are 25 minutes away, by the way, from Lovely Baubles, part 2. And a recap on the DVD as well. Oh, just while we're on that subject, we did have more stocks of kit 2 than kit 1 for 9 o'clock, but we're already down to double figures. So you need to have a look at the pre-orders on the app or the website. If I were IFXC93, that's the only way I can remember now by singing If I Were a Rich Man. It's Topol. If I were a rich man, dabba, 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 dabba. That's the way I remember the beginning bit of the code, and then my brain will remember the rest. IFXC93 is on pre-order right now at what's the website here? JewelleryMaker.com, that's it. God, they make that good, don't they? It's really easy to remember that, isn't it? JewelleryMaker.com.
That's the plan.
That's so clever, isn't it? Whoever did that, genius work, it's worked. Anyway, in the meantime, 66 carats of blue sheen labradorite. What?
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
What, JewelleryMaker.com? Are you amazed about how memorable it is? Even Sheridan's impressed. And it takes a lot. She has very, very high standards. Ah, do you know Madagascar? Ah, I was looking at a cruise package the other day. I'm talking about it on TV on another channel. And Madagascar came up as a cruise port. And I was like, oh, nearly did the happy jump. Because I've never seen it as a cruise port place before. To go to Madagascar as part of your cruise holiday, oh, if you're a gemstone lover, oh my crikey, you really want to be in Madagascar. because some of the most incredible gemstones, I mean, some of the most really, really exciting, vivacious, colourful gemstones come out of Madagascar. And this is lovely. So what we've done here is focused in on the labradorite, where the colour play, when the light interacts through the gemstone, is a major of blue. Doesn't it? Oh, I hate to say this because I know there's so many other people who say it in completely out of context on TV, but I'm going to say it, Sheridan. Shut your ears. Put your fingers in your ears for a second. You won't want to hear this from JewelleryMaker. But it looks like, if you look at the sheen colour again on this labradorite, doesn't it put you in mind of beyond a quadruple A Tanzanite blue?
Ooh.
I did tell you to put your fingers in your ears. I did warn you. It's really stunning. It's really stunning. I have to apologise for my hairy hands. You know, that's the way nature made me. Baby, I was born this way.
You're going to set them all off again, aren't you?
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, I'll be texting
Musical
you
interlude
again.
time. Which do you prefer, that or me singing Gaga? It's a tough call, isn't it?
Well,
That's regenerated again.
yes, it's
Like
woken up.
Doctor Who. Now, to have someone have pre-selected and predetermined the ones that display only that vivid blue. You know, with labradorite, you know how the colour play goes. And sometimes it can go three ways in one stone. So they've chosen, especially, everyone just has that vivid beyond a 4A Tanzanite blue. That's very low. Very low. Ah, Yvonne has commented on this strand. She says, I received this strand. It's stunning. The blue sheen is also on the back.
Yeah.
She's saying, this is her words, buy it, worth every penny, love it. Actually, we'll show you both
It really
sides
is,
of stones as well. We're about to take it to the lowest ever price it's been. Yvonne, just close your eyes for a second. But you know how much you love this. We are going to do something amazing for this. Lowest ever. Actually, we should have sent Yvonne off somewhere to do something for a minute. It's all right, Yvonne. It's fine. Listen, it all works out in the long run, doesn't it? Mm. Okay. Do we have a good number of these, or an ish number of these, or a? It's not. I've seen bigger. Have you, Hannah?
Couldn't possibly comment.
Sheridan.
What's she doing?
Sheridan can be extremely impatient sometimes, and that's a good thing on your behalf. It's not a criticism at all, but sometimes she's just like, no, this is too good a strand, too good a deal, too good a strand to just dribble out in 2s and 3s. Okay, I agree. Let's do it. Pedal to the metal. Okay. Okay. Right, okay. Yeah. Okay, there's Yvonne, who received the strand, when did you say, this week? She received it today. We've taken a lower price than Yvonne paid in the strand. Oh, she paid this price. Oh, okay, right. So it should have been $49.95. It has been $39.95. Yvonne, you got yours that arrived today at $39.95. Now we're going to upset Yvonne.
Oh, no.
Now we're going to do it. But Sheridan is saying, right, okay, I can't let this go out in 2s and 3s. I'm going to take a lower price. I'll put it out there for a minute. Take it now, or $39.95 will probably be its forever price. Yvonne's got hers, and she's still happy. Let's hope she's still happy with another text message after this. For the sake of saving Yvonne and keeping her with us as a viewer as well, we're going to do this price and only make it good for a minute. $29.95. It's such a good strand as well. Actually, Sheridan is like, I felt I felt maverick before, but now it feels so naughty. It's wrong. It's so right. It's so wrong. And I love it. I love it. I love it. But I shouldn't have done it. And look at that. 30 seconds can't go quick enough for Sheridan. Call us right now. 0800. Is she sped? Is that VT being sped up there? Can you pause it, Adam? Sorry. Once in 6 months, I can't remember your name now. It's because I can't see you. That's why. All I can see is lovely baubles. So you can pause that, VT, can you? Oh, that's amazing. Go on. Yeah, I'm stopping time. Sheridan's just only noticed what we've done now. Okay, go for it. Look at how many people got in while we did that.
Oh,
we stopped that clock twice as well. Well, listen, I'm only here every 6 months. It's fine. It won't happen again. Zena wouldn't do that to you. Elle wouldn't do that to you. That lovely Vicky Gordon wouldn't do that to you. Oh, okay. What about number 5? Do you know why I'm going for number 5? For the same reason. You know, I went for the tie-dye lantern look strand earlier. Just something a little bit in a different direction. Something a little bit harlequin. Now, this is like a reconstituted, isn't it? Yes. I knew that without the word coming up. Wow. See, I can remember some things that are useful. Yeah. Reconstituted.
Absolutely.
I think that I've been reconstituted. From what, I don't know, but there you go. Don't think about that. Let's think about this. So, I know, that's mad, Adam, isn't it? Adam's just pointed out that I could remember the word reconstituted and what it meant and what it was for and use it in the right context, but I couldn't remember his name. Shame on me. Right, 220 carats. In fact, I mean, this I have to say, for me, and can I say on the recording, the colours appear much more neon and much more stark in terms of the green than they are in reality. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'd agree.
I'm not sure if we're, I think it might be the light in here, it might be the recording light or whatever, but it's not quite as stark.
It's like a bright apple colour, isn't it?
Yes,
rather than a
but
neon.
it's quite a matte
Green.
appearance, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean by
Yeah.
that? It's almost like looking at a woven tapestry. It almost looks like it's got that sort of textile feel, stroke, look. There's an element of the patchwork to this that I quite like as well. It's quite freestyle. It's quite edgy. It's quite different. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't follow the conventions of convention. I like it. I would love that as buttons.
Oh yeah.
No, like decorative buttons. Just to jazz up. You know, like a boring denim jacket that you've had for donkey's years and you think, oh, I really want to wear it, but you're not wearing a denim jacket, are you? Are you? Do you know I said that without even knowing that? Okay, would it look lovely?
Can we zhuzh your denim jacket?
Jazzed up with some... It would. Or
Yeah,
you could do that
sure.
epaulette thing, couldn't you, with them? Like a Cheryl thing. Okay, that's where I lost the argument there. Right. Oh. You are the custodian, aren't you?
Ooh.
On this, you sure? Let's do it. I could think of some better backing music for that.
Oh, no.
From Cheap and Cheerful Productions. Right. Now listen, we are talking Forgive me because this strand isn't for everyone. This is absolute collector's territory, and I mean in a way that I don't think I've ever been able to sort of bring you before. There are, and I've bought you lots and lots of diamond strands and, you know, rare gemstones, but this for me, I think for me a first in terms of opportunity in the whole of my 15 years. Well, actually, let's talk about jewellery. Jewellery, at least 10 plus years talking to you about jewellery and gemstones. Because this, for those people who've never seen this gemstone before, I might well need to introduce you to it. This is what we call, hopefully you've been doing a little bit of research in between giggling along with us in the last hour or so. But this is imperial topaz, real, genuine imperial topaz from the Minas Gerais region of Brazil, which is pretty much the only location, or certainly the location, where you would wish and dream for this variety of topaz to emanate from. Now, you may never have seen this gemstone before, and you might think, okay, so what, why, what's the big deal? Well, imperial topaz is probably, in fact, I'm not sure if there's a probably about it actually. So I'll just say in my personal opinion, in my experience of gems and gemstones, is probably the most desired, expensive, and seldomly seen today varieties of this gemstone. I'll say all of that in my own personal opinion because some of these things can be subjective, but if you've seen imperial topaz, even in small rondelle strands here at JewelleryMaker, I would hazard a guess that the colour would have been nowhere near the kind of saturation that you're seeing here. It would have been a lot lighter in colour, a lot smaller in individual gemstone size. And I don't think I've sold, as I say, I don't think I've sold a ready-made piece of, a finished piece of jewellery with this gemstone for, hang on, when was there? At least probably 11, 12 years. And in fact, you've probably never seen this gemstone in this kind of saturation. Let me talk to you about why this is so special. Is because, really? Okay, yeah, okay, so this gemstone, if you can get this kind of saturation of colour, then you're more likely to see the sizes that you will see either end of this strand, I think it's fair to say. As you move your way, not even a quarter of the way in, then you're talking serious sizes for this variety of gemstone. Sheridan's just been doing a little bit of scouting around on the internet, and we'd urge you to do the same as well. Just the equivalent of one of these gemstones on this strand on a trade website, 82 points of an imperial topaz coming in at around about the $150 mark. So that'd be what? About £130, 120, £130. And what makes this strand so extra special for me is that it has those essences of reds coming through. Because this is like almost like a paparacha kind of hint to it. It's from the Ouro Preto mine in Minas Gerais in Brazil, which is the main mining area for the key gemstones in Brazil. And there's such a, I mean, honestly, such a wealth of beautiful, beautiful gemstones that come from this range of mines, this area of mining in Brazil. Please, please, please make sure that you add your certificate of authenticity. How much are they now? Oh, still the same price, 25 pence. Honestly, when you're talking buttons like that, you really want this, because if you're showing your potential customers gemstone, jewellery with this gemstone in, they will need to know. I remember, oh, okay, right, so we're going to start at the price tag we have been told, the sort of, the price we're given in-house as a guide that this strand should sell. And I have to say, how many strands have we got in total, Sheridan, just so I know? Jeepers. How the dickens? Right, okay. So there are, I'm amazed that it's that high, aren't you? I'm amazed that we have, we have less than 50 of these strands, but even that amazes me. If Sheridan had said there are 3, that's it, we have to live with that, I'd have gone, okay, fine, yeah, that's what I would have expected. She's actually told me there's getting on for 50. Because of this, I would suggest you and I get all nearly 50 out of where we know they are in our heavily protected vault.
Yeah.
And wander down the road to the other place that deals in gemstone stuff and talk about a deal.
Yeah, yeah. Gosh.
Okay. There is this opportunity, this window of opportunity. I mean, how often, Hannah, just quickly, how often do you see 1, this gemstone, 2, this colour in this variety of topaz?
I think I've only ever seen Imperial Topaz twice in the whole time that I've been here, and I've never seen it like that.
I think I've seen maybe 1 strand, and I think it may have been described as ombre or whatever, but its colour, in fact, actually, its colour was higher than any of the lightest colours on this strand. Most of the stones you would say, yes, I know they are. Yeah. I mean, that honestly, the price that collectors will pay for this gemstone, you could pretty much, if you have someone that knows this gemstone and knows how rare it is, and people are always looking for rare gemstones, and there are trend gemstones as well, aren't there? There are, at the moment I would say that we've passed the Tanzanite trend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've moved through the Beadboard, trend. We've been through the tourmaline, the tourmaline trends. This could well be a trend gemstone that hasn't yet had its true moment. And here's what we'll do for this strand for you. I have to tell you that people are allocating already, and I'm not at all surprised.
Wow.
Because that makes it a very, very different offering. That makes it a very, very different offering. And we had a discussion. In the very few seconds and times that we've had to discuss this strand tonight, we've discussed it probably 3 or 4 times, I think, Sheridan, tonight. And we're all a little bit, hang on a second, but tonight is all about fast moving and having fun and, really good prices and everything else. And we've kind of thrown a doorstop into the middle of this, which is this strand. It's really difficult because it's almost like, somebody's given us the Cullinan diamond to suddenly sell on JewelleryMaker. Yeah. You know what? It's just the kind of thing that doesn't happen. I don't want to rush anyone into a purchase on this one because I really want you to think about it. I want you to go and do your research as well. Not just in, well, you'll be lucky if you find loose stones, you might do, but also in finished jewellery pieces, because I think as a jewellery maker that's as important to know, isn't it? What is the worth, what is the potential return? And also, what are the merits of buying this strand right now and actually sort of stashing it away and keeping it? I can never predict the future value of a gemstone. I'm not allowed to do it. I would never insult you by doing it anyway. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But the availability of this gemstone at this kind of quality level has kept it at, in terms of collector's desirability, absolutely where it needs to be. Because even if you put this next to availability of things like Turkish diaspore, Paraiba tourmaline, high-grade Tanzanite, any of those unusual gemstones, they've all got masses of availability compared to this. Look at the colour of it. It's absolutely amazing. Listen, I'm gonna leave you to think about that, because I know lots and lots of you want to go and do that bit of research, and you'll maybe do that after the show. That's absolutely fine. We're going to leave that. Can we leave that open at that price? Because obviously we have our late night replay as well, so people will see that again through the night. So you'll also have the opportunity to actually do your research. And there are a lot of people thinking about this. There are a lot of people going, okay, right, I'm going to put that in my basket. I'm going to go and do a little bit of research and I'll come back. Bear in mind the price drop between 299 and 129 is pretty big.
It's massive, yeah.
Pretty big. In fact, Sheridan did say to me, there is a real danger of me in one foul swoop devaluing, almost taking every bit of validation out of the story that we've just been telling, because it's not a story, it's not, you know, it's not Hans Christian Andersen, we're not making this stuff up. This is based on decades of jewellery knowledge that we all have between us as a team. And even we're thinking, well, actually, if we were you, we'd probably be after it, wouldn't we? So if we are, and actually Sheridan really through gritted teeth was like, okay, 299, like, I have the ability to do this, but at the same time, my gemstone, my commercial head, my please make money for the company head is going, no, no, we'll never be able to sell this gemstone again if I do this. But listen, I'll leave it with you. I know there's lots of people thinking about it. Oh, when we come back in how long? Okay, when we come back after the break, it's Lovely Baubles, part 2. I wasn't even looking at you. You can't blame me that time. I wasn't even looking at you. I was looking that way. If I were rich, IFXC93 is the code that has been on pre-order for the last hour, already selling very, very well. We're into double figures already in Lovely Baubles, kit number 2, coming up in 3.
Jewellery Makers, this weekend we have an absolutely jam-packed, fab weekend. It's the height of summer, and what perfect gemstones should we have? Of course, pearls. Well, we have our 2 pearly queens, the lovely Fleur and the amazing Jan, as a collaboration for the first time on air together. They're going to be working together with the Knotty Do-It-All tool to show you exactly how amazing this product is. But wait a minute. Summer, I'm inspired by all things colourful, flowers, the birds in the sky. Wait a minute, what? It's July. You want me to do Christmas in July? Okay, I like Christmas. It's also Christmas in July. Make sure you're there, Jewellery Makers. Don't miss out. It's going to be a fun weekend.
Guest designer Alison Tarry here. Coming up on Monday, it's back in stock, the Endless Loom, my favourite, endless possibilities, endless fun. It's coming to you on the Monday morning show. Join us for the Endless Loom.
Are you new to Jewellery Maker? Shop with us for the first time and you'll receive a free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful gemstone strands in an organza bag, plus a DVD ideal for jewellery making newbies, featuring tutorials essential for getting started and so much more. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will automatically be added to your order when you make your first purchase with us. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, shape and colour will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your new free gift, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share.
Did you know no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging? Select our standard delivery for just $3.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $5.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Oh, you mean us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They mean us.
Yeah.
When they say Q. I thought they were going through the alphabet for some reason. Right, okay.
Phone lines,
now,
maybe, you know.
I have no idea. Are we doing a little recap on the DVD and Lovely Baubles #1 as well? I was just going to ask you. I was going to ask her in the break, but never mind. We were too busy. We were doing a food tasting during the break, wasn't it? My mouth's on fire, by the way, thanks to you.
What did you have?
It was like
cheese,
pate, chili jam, and some cheese, Wensleydale with
the
cranberry
in. Oh, yeah.
on Melba toast. Oh, I tell you what.
Just so festive.
We just lived a high life here at Ivy House. It's amazing. We're all full of it. We're all on fire. So might not just be the chair in this hour, but let's see. Right, let's do Lovely Baubles part 2. Now, we did the first kit in the 7 o'clock hour, and now it's time for the 9 o'clock kit in the 9 o'clock hour, which is, we called this one chocolate orange, didn't we? Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the colour. Here's the colour palette.
Or orange chocolate.
Orange chocolate, chocolate orange.
Other chocolate
I've got
is
one of
available.
those. Other chocolate is available. I've got one available in my kitchen. So I'm going to. I'll get home in the middle of the night. I'll be dropping one of those on its head.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that's not a good thing to go to bed on, really, is it?
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
Because it's once you've dropped it, that's it, isn't it?
Then it's, yeah.
Once you've dropped one, you're there to the end, aren't you?
You've got to, yeah, it would be rude not to.
Right, absolutely. Right, so let's show you what makes up this kit then, shall we? So, and then I'll show you the DVDs. Lovely Bauble DVD. We're going to rename the reissue of that, Lovely Baubles. So, this time, the Paisley Beads are this lovely, let's see how they are described in the description. They are called, Paisley Duo Chalk Full Apricot Beads. So we've been saying sort of orange, but yes, apricot kind of says it, doesn't it? Mm. So you get a whole tube of those, a whole 22-gram tube of those, and then you've got your ginkgo beads, and your ginkgos are described as bronze. Correct, well done. 2 tubes of ATOs, so one is purple and one is a lovely apricot. So your ATOs are metallic gold-lined sparkle. Sparkle, is that these ones?
Yeah, I think so.
And then you also have, yes, and you've got your silver-lined dark sapphire, which are these lovely blue. And then in 11Os, you've got 2 tubes of 11Os as well. I love getting this right. It's like an achievement when I go home. I got the seed beads right.
There'll be a test later.
Your 11Os. It's always a test doing seed beads because the numbers go the wrong way to
they do.
what you think they should.
Back to front.
So your 11Os are your Cobalt AB. You've got 23-gram tube of those, and also a 23-gram tube of your galvanized Muscat seed beads. And Muscat is a place in Oman.
Oh,
So I wonder why they've
yes.
named them after that. Maybe it's after the...
The drink, is it?
Is it a drink?
I thought, is Muscat like a...
Oh, no.
A
Do you mean
wine?
Muscadet?
Oh, it could be, I don't know.
Or maybe there is Muscat
I
wine
don't
as
know.
well.
Maybe it's Muscat.
But Muscat has lots of
Like a
beaches and
fortified
sand
wine or
dunes and things like that. Is there a
I don't-
wine
I
called
don't know.
Muscat? We'll have a look.
Unless it's Muscat. I don't know.
Anyway, is there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, is there?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's a grape variety. I thought that was Muscadet. Oh, well, there you go.
Is that like the dessert?
I have no
wine?
idea.
I don't know.
Could be. Anyway,
I could be completely
meanwhile,
making it up.
in seed bead land,
Yes.
you also get your fire line as well. So, do we have a should-be price, Sheridan? Okay, bearing in mind that 15, 16, 17 pounds we could think of within that price tag is the fire line, because if you buy the fire line, if you buy reels of Fireline or Wildfire individually from the places where you can put it off the shelf and, you know, go buy it one by one, $14.95, $15.95, $16.95, da 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 is what I've seen elsewhere. And we're not done yet. We are not done at all. Now, this has been on pre-order, so it's already been very, very popular. If I was a rich man. IFXC93. Oh, have you... Oh. Should I not say this out loud?
No.
No, okay. I won't say that bit out loud. Oh, I know, but, you know, Hannah's got a contract, you see. We better keep it. We better keep it. Right, okay. 1 in, 2 out then. You stay, we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, lovelies. Can you tell me the weight of the ginkgo and the paisley beads at all?
Only.
Do we have some
on a
little
thing.
micro? There's the little micro scales there. Oh, the weight as in
What, the tube weight?
the whole tube and nothing but the tube. Well, let's do both, because then we can cover all bases. Right, yeah, let's do that. This is like I'm weighing out meat at the butcher's, isn't it? So here goes the price. So I'm just weighing your ginkgo beads now, and they are...
Hang on. So Paisley Duos say approximately 22 grams in the tube on there.
Okay, yes, 20... Oh, yes, sorry. Have you got the kit list back again, Sheridan? That'll be it, won't it? 22-gram tube, isn't it? That's the size of the tube. It's always on the detail, kit details, isn't it?
Ginkgo original tube.
Do you have the break down there? Let's have a little look.
Oh, hang on.
I think it were 22 or 23, weren't they? Here it comes. So the ginkgos are 22 grams. Yeah, and so are the paisleys.
Yeah.
22-gram
Approximately
tubes.
22 grams in the tubes.
Although it's very approximate, because look. And look.
Yeah, but we normally say less than it is.
Tube.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that we're under promise, over deliver.
Well, that sounds fine to
So
me.
if we say,
So I'm not going to tell you the
That's
numbers
why
we
it's
just came up with, but
approximately.
it was, but we were approximately wrong, but the right way for you, if that makes sense. Very much the right way for you, actually. Fabulous. What am I holding these for? No idea. Who am I? 5 hours on air. That's what it does. Is this the last hour? Do you know I could do 3 more? I could do 3 more. That's fine. You up for it, Sheridan? That's it. We've stolen most of your Saturday. What about the rest of it? But yeah, why not? We've got plenty of pate and cheese and goodwill. Adam, you'd stay. You'd stay. Of course you'd stay, Adam. We're in now. We're having our own little Christmas festival, aren't we? Got music as well. Got the tunes. Who couldn't listen to that till 3 in the morning? Can I just give the details of the DVD as well again? It is... Can't I just rename it right now? Can I just cross that out and put lovely baubles instead? Ginkgo, probably best not. Ginkgo Paisley beaded baubles, details at the bottom of your screen. We did manage to get the price of the DVD down to just $4.95 against all odds. Here's Here's a little extract of Hannah and her red top appearing once again with the DVD.
I do have it the close.
It's the Christmas top, you see. Where are we up to stock-wise on the DVD now? Because we're around about 60% of the entire DVD. Bear in mind, we launched it here on the Late Show. We don't see a launch on the Late Show very often. It's going to be happening more often after this, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Right, so your kit price for this, $29.95. Amazing. It's the same price as the first kit. And this is a lovely colourway. And remember, not just for Christmas. This kit's not just for Christmas, it's for life. But you can make lots and lots of jewellery with it as well.
Yes, absolutely. And we were saying earlier, but just to reiterate, that the idea is that if you make component pieces and then stitch them together, you can either turn them into jewellery or you can adorn a bauble with them. So that's what the DVD is themed around.
Yes. Lovely baubles.
Lovely baubles, they are indeed.
Baubles. Right, okay. Are you going to show us a bauble or are you going to show us an element? I'm not going to show you a bauble
because I don't want to take away from anyone that's bought the DVD.
Because that's on the DVD.
Because that wouldn't be fair, I don't think.
Very good value at $4.95. Yeah. But you get a free little workshop for nothing now.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do one of these. So I've made some little suites of jewellery with the Paisleys and the Ginkgos, just to show that you can make some simple pieces of jewellery if you don't want to go the whole hog and make the bauble cover.
So these look a little bit, from a distance, they look a little butterfly-ish.
A little bit, yeah. They're kind of sweet, really, I think. But,
or mayfly.
Oh, could be.
Because they have the long tails.
With the yeah.
Listen, if you ever need inspiration for names, you just come to me. Lovely baubles for the DVD, mayfly for the earrings. Thank you. That's free. You can have that.
Thanks.
Anyway, shut up, Derek. It's time for... Oh, hang on. A couple of questions first. Great show, guys. Hannah, can you show me, can you tell me again what
size the baubles are?
What size your lovely baubles are?
So I'm thumping now.
I nearly thumped myself then.
Oh, dear.
That's Marcella.
Right, so these particular ones are, they're described as being 6 centimetres, but when I measured them, it's from top to bottom. They're actually 18 centimetres in circumference. Yeah, so, and you can scale the patterns up or down depending on how big the bauble is that you're using. So because they're in component parts, you just, you make the tail end of the component you're making slightly longer so that it fits around the circumference. Or rather around the, diameter's down, the circumference is around the edge, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever she says.
Can we see Leah in there or not? Because it's reflective, that one. Are you there? Yeah.
There you are.
Oh. Hang on. Which way? Where? Shall I turn it round? There she is. Woo!
Hours of fun.
And disappeared.
Do try that at home with the kids with your lovely baubles. Right.
If you have got kids, I'd recommend you buy shatterproof baubles because mine aren't and one did. So, right.
Okay, so now to the demo. Don't let him say anything else. Don't let him say it.
Okay, so for the little mayfly, or whatever we want to call it, the earring, I've got some of the Paisleys. Got to lose the horns again, sorry.
Oh, should we swap again?
Well, there you go. This doesn't fit on my head. I need some gel or something to... That's so going to fall off. Right, so I'm going to start off. I've got an 8/0. I've got 3 of the Paisley duos, and they're lined up so the point is all facing inwards and they're all oriented the same way. So I'm going to go through the 8/0. I'm going to go through the tip of each of those. 1, 2, and 3. Oops. And I'm going to thread those down. Try and put them in the same position, and then I'm going to pick up another 8/0 there, and then I'm going to come back down through 3 more, but this time you want them to mirror the ones that you've stitched on to start with. Passing those through there, and then I'm going to make a little loop just to give it a bit more security. So I'm going to go all the way around. I'm using the dark thread so you can see what I'm doing. But depending on the colour of bead you're using, you might want to use a different colour. So pull them together and then force them to sit where you want them to be. Okay, and then I'm going to make a little section at the top here. So I'm going to pick up 3 more of the 8/0s. I'm actually using the galvanised gold from the first kit, thinking about it. So that's purely because I've had some on my board already. Okay, so you get like a little section of 4 at the top there. And then I'm going to pass the needle up through those top 2 beads so that the thread is exiting from the very top. Like that.
Okay, because you need to end up in the direction of travel that we're now going.
Yeah. And I'm just going to kind of force that to sit where I want it to because it's moving around somewhat. In fact, I'm going to pick it up because it's going to be easier. So not so easy for you to see for a second, but...
It's very difficult to show somebody else seed beading sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah,
I watched loads and loads of videos
tricky.
and everything else online, and it's really, really tricksy sometimes because seed beads, sometimes they need telling, don't they?
They do. So, do you know what I might do? I'm just going to put another needle on the other end and I'm going to tie it off. Normally I try not to, but for the purpose of the demonstration, it just stops it from writhing around slightly. So, hopefully... we can just thread that on. So what I'm going to do, this one here is the one that's escaping, so I'm just going to make a little knot to hold that in place. So I'm going to tuck it underneath the thread
Okay.
and then through the loop that I've made. I'll do that a couple of times.
And the knot just pops into
And then
the seed bead,
hopefully I can then pull the tension together at the top here. The joys. The joys
of seed beading, because sometimes when it goes absolutely to plan, it's an absolute dream.
Normally
isn't it?
this would be a nice, straightforward, simple demo, and I'm making it look difficult.
No, not at all. No, but do you know the merit in this happening right now is the fact that this happens to everyone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the fact that it's the way you manage out of it that's really key, because it is going to happen. Even the best laid recipe, the DVD, everything by your side, if you had somebody on your shoulder, something like that would still and could still happen. But it's the way you get past that that makes the seed beater of you.
Absolutely.
It's true though, isn't it? Because
Right.
sometimes it takes blood, sweat and tears sometimes, seed beading, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're swearing at it, throwing it across the room.
Sometimes you drop the bauble on the floor and it shatters.
Yeah,
and
well,
that's
there
really
you go. But overall,
not good.
seed beading is an absolute joy.
So where I've got this cluster of 4 at the top, I've just picked up 3 more and I'm going to go round in a loop through the top one. And this is making a little kind of strut for the earring support to attach to. I'm just going to flip it over. The reason I flip them over, do you know what? I'm going to have to tie that one off. So what I'm going to do, that knot that I tied at the bottom, because it's an 8/0, it's not happy about things. I'm going to pass this needle back through all of the Paisleys and I'm going to bring it up to the top and tie it off. Because it's going to be really hard to show you if it keeps moving around.
Yeah. And actually you can, for safety, well not for safety's sake, but sometimes, you know, people say when you've done a sequence, there's nothing wrong in doing that same round again, following the thread around
really does
again,
help.
just for security's sake. And a lot of the seed bead designers will actually say, okay, well if you've got time, you know, I would go round again, but I'm just doing it once for demonstration. And it does make a world of difference actually sometimes. Especially when you've got designs in these bigger beads, because until you get your pattern going, it's like seed beading, any kind of seed beading, the first couple of rounds, they're the ones that, if they're going to be tricksy, they'll be the most tricksy.
Yeah.
From then, the bigger it gets, the theoretically easier.
Definitely, definitely. Well, I've always said that with all seed beads, it's like the first few rows of any design that you're doing, usually they're a bit wibbly, a bit wobbly, and, and once you start the pattern off,
all comes together.
It's much easier. So hopefully this is behaving itself now. Right, so back in the room, we have got a cluster of 4 with another section on top like that, and then we're going to pass this needle so it comes through the outer 2 So it comes out of the top bead, passing that through there. It's also trying to do it without my hands being all over it so they can see what I'm doing as well, which is not always easy. There you go. So you can kind of see this little section building here. So it's like two little quadrants that sit on top of each other.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah.
And then this is where I'm going to add the loop. So I'm going to add on sometimes 4, sometimes 6, depending on how long you want the earring to hang down from the shepherd's hook. So if I go for 6 on this, and I'm just going to go round in a loop through that top bead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good suggestion, Del, thank you.
There we go.
Yes, I could. You can actually, if you could take existing sort of tea-light candle holders,
Yeah.
you can adjust the bauble, because even if something has a flat bottom,
Yeah.
it's a slightly different method and recipe, because you have to take into account that it's got a round bottom and then flat sides.
That's right, that's right.
But yeah, I reckon you could still do it, couldn't you?
You certainly could. You
And that was the
certainly
furniture.
could. You creaking again? I thought it was my
Yeah.
knees.
It's
Right.
the furniture.
So now that this is behaving itself again, I've reinforced that top loop, and I'm going to work the needle back down through the design until it comes out of the other end. So just passing it through. Because these are quite close together, I find it easier to pass through one bead at a time. You can just sort of fold the beads back so that you can get through the drill hole. Okay. Passing that through there. Passing those through there. Okay. And then I want to do a loop all the way around, so I'm going to thread the needle back up through, so it's on the outer edge of this Paisley duo, so the wider edge, and I'm going to pick up an 11/0 and go through.
Oh, that's so neat, isn't it?
Well,
just one
yeah,
makes all the difference, doesn't it? Just brings it together.
How easy it can look. And then what I've done is I've gone through, so where I've got the first section of 4 there,
yeah.
I've gone through the outer one, so it sort of anchors it to the top of the Paisley bead.
Yeah, yeah.
Then through the middle one, and then back down through
same journey
this
down.
one. So it kind of hides the thread somewhat.
Yeah.
And I am using black thread on this so that you can see what I'm doing. And through that Paisley bead there. And then you do the same on the other side with the 11/0s. So just plug in the gaps really in the pattern, in the design.
And actually, in the 11/0s, you've got the Cobalt AB.
Yeah, they're really lovely.
Which are 11s. So you could use those instead of the gold there, couldn't you?
Yeah, there's a number of different iterations you can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when you find a design you like, then you just change the colours of the seed beads that you use, and then suddenly you get the joy of making again. Rather than making exactly the same thing, exactly the same beads again, you get the same joy of making, but you make with different coloured beads. And I think for me, that's what I've found is like, right, okay, I loved making that, but I don't want to make exactly the same thing again.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is it. I mean, the joy of colour is it's an optical illusion as well, depending on which colours you put where.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to add the bottom section on. So I've moved this other thread so it's exiting from the opposite side here. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to pick up another 11/0 and go through the top of the ginkgo, which is, for argument's sake, the pointed edge. And then I'm just going to count. I think I've got 5 before I go down there. So I'm going to go.
Ginkgos are always almost are shaped in like old-fashioned baubles. You know when they used to have, like they'd be very wide and flat.
Yes.
Rather than perfectly round as baubles tend to be these days. The old-fashioned ones are a bit more sort of teardrop,
they're
aren't they?
slightly more interesting, don't you think?
Yeah, I love them.
But then I guess they were less mass-produced perhaps back then, when they were originally there.
Yeah.
So just picking up 4 of the 11/0s. So what I've got is 5 of the 11s, 1 of the 8s, and then 4 of the 11s. Then back through, so you're missing 3, back through that one at the bottom there, and the 8. And I'm going to pull that tight, and that gives you the little sort of like dragonfly tail or whatever you want to call it. And then 5 more of the 11s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Through the ginkgo. Like that. 1 more of the 11s. And then up into your design. And then you just follow the pattern around so that you'll lose your thread, and then tie it off wherever you think it's nice and secure. So move that one out of the way for the minute. But you can see that's the pattern. You attach your shepherd's hook through the top there, and then you can, like, wherever there's an 8/0 is probably the best place to tie it off, because then you can hide the knot underneath it. And it's as simple as that. So that could either be a component. So if you made a number of them, you could make like a little circle of beads at the top and have the components going round, and then they encase the bauble, or you can use it in its own right as an earring or a pendant or whatever you want to do with it.
I love it. I love that little, to me, it's a complete essence of mayfly. I love it. It's beautiful. I've just swapped the details around, by the way, by an invisible language that I have with Sheridan. I just asked her to change the details to the first kit, just to show you can do exactly the same thing as Hannah has just shown you right now, but with the other kit as well, which is your sort of more traditional Christmas colours. So on this one you've got, again, 22-gram tubes of the green paisley and the gold ginkgo, and then 2 tubes of 8 in this kit, they're gold, and the 2 tubes of 11s, 1 red, 1 green in the 11Os, plus your wildfire, as well, wildfire fireline in this one for $29.95. Now, I've got a lot of people with this one in basket. So with this, remember, the one that Hannah's just been demoing with is more that lovely apricot and bronze, which we're calling like a sort of chocolate orange variety. And this one, Glad Tidings, which is the main details on the screen now, LSXC07. Which is sort of your traditional Christmas colours. It's what you think of. It's what will already be in your, if you're like me, you've got a Christmas trunk of decorations that go on the tree.
Yes, yeah.
You know, some of them are the squishy teddies, some of the candy canes, some of the baubles and blah, 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 blah. But they're all generally going to follow that kind of colour theming there. So, I mean, I'm just going to reiterate, because the kits are the same price. Both kits are the same price, against the odds, by the way, that's happened. It shouldn't really have happened, but it has, and which is great. But bear in mind that Wildfire Fireline, individually bought as a reel, when you go to some suppliers, when you go and you're able, if they've got it, to pull it off the shelf, you know, off the rack, like you were buying a packet of sweets at the garage, can be 15, 16, 17 pounds on its own. Bear in mind also, you've got 2 tubes in whichever kit you take. You've got 2 tubes of these very, very specialist check Paisley beads, and you honestly start playing with, if you're lucky enough to have both kits, imagine playing with the apricot and the green paisleys together and incorporating those into a completely different design that's not even a Christmas bauble or not even a piece of jewellery. Just putting things together and just making the most incredible patterns. And these ginkgo beads, which have got this lovely sort of Art Deco fan look about them. Okay, of Glad Tidings. Okay, of Glad Tidings kit, we have more in baskets than we actually have available, so we're technically sold out, but that is dependent on people checking out. So if you're watching on the overnight, and the overnight, it's like 5:30 in the morning now, is it? Is it? Is it later? Oh no, 7:30, isn't it? Should we say morning to everyone?
Yeah, we should.
Morning.
Morning.
Is that Sunday morning?
Oh, yes.
Sunday morning. Who's on late? I'll tell you later who's on. Hello. Oh, Elle's in for breakfast this morning. Who's she got in with her? Do we know? Yeah. I'll find out in a bit for you. Is it Gemma Crow?
Yeah.
Ah, lovely Gemma on Sunday morning with Elle. Hazel says, I knew there was a reason to get home quickly. And there you are, Derek, favourite presenter.
Aww. You've got a real fan club.
Brackets not on our screens enough. Brackets not on our screens enough.
He's not getting
And my favourite designer too. Yay!
Aww.
Thank you, Hazel. Bless you. Right. B, as in bzz. No.
Don't think so.
No. Got a torch. I've got my sounds.
Your tunes.
Oh, it's a different tune. We can't grumble at that, can we? Different tune. Still looks as sinister, doesn't it?
He's still going though.
Still going, yeah. On the same batteries. There you go. Well, I haven't worn him out. Should we do these? Muscat. These ones, isn't it? Are these the Muscat? They've taken their labels off, haven't they?
Oh.
Oh.
Do you want to use that one?
Is that the right one? Does that have the right? Yeah, Muscat. Muscat. It's too late for a transaction like that, isn't it? I was like, now what do I do with all these? Right, here are the 11.0 Muscat beads. They're Mayuki Duracoats 11.0s. So 23.5 gram tube of those. So it's just these on their own this time. So the only ones available outside the bundle, which are brilliant because these are just gorgeous, aren't they? So these are the 11.0s that you were using around the outside of your little mayfly design.
Yeah,
weren't
it's
they?
on the mayfly design. It's on the gold baubles on the edges there.
That's sweet. That could be like a little ballerina as well, couldn't it? With a big tutu on.
It could actually, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Little dance.
Little ballerina with a big tutu. Or it could be part of your lovely baubles. So, okay, $6.95 for, and I have to say, 11.0s are, well, they're the ones that you think, hang on a second, I've made like all of that and that and that and that, and I've still got all of those. They never seem to go down. It's amazing. $6.95. I have no idea.
Hang in there, come on, we can do
No
this.
idea. Right, okay. Next up. Yeah, let's go into the boxes. We've not been in them, have we? Oh, I see. I see. 6 isn't unusual. Okay. Yeah. Unusual. Don't see them much here, I don't think. Talking of something you were getting me to look for earlier. Bzzz. Keep that in mind. Anyway, so black agate. Sorry, thank you for a lovely demo.
You're welcome.
Lovely mayfly. Stroke ballerina.
Ballerina thing.
Stroke.
Bauble.
Yeah. Lovely. Okay, so very, very easy buy this one. Simple black agate rounds. Remember, and I think sometimes, no, we never forget, but I think sometimes when we do a seed bead project, it's seed beads. When we do a gemstone project, it's gemstones. And I think sometimes you can easily go, ooh, actually, I can get one in the other.
Definitely.
And I know sometimes there is a thinking of, oh no, actually either I make jewellery or I make seed bead jewellery. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But the genesis of the two together. Oh, I think my battery might have gone flat. Yes.
Oh.
Okay, I've talked one battery flat, but it's okay. It's only the talk back. So that's all right.
There we go.
Sorry. Thank you, darling. $1.95. Here comes a message from Evelyn in Carmarthenshire, who says, "Good evening.
Oh, Katie Reid. Hi.
JM, Katie Reid, and I." Oh, Evelyn, her mum. Hello, lovely Evelyn. Oh, I love Evelyn. She's wonderful. Mwah. Big kisses. Are enjoying the show here in Carmarthenshire.
Hi, Katie.
That's lovely to hear from you. Gorgeous, gorgeous Katie Reid. I watch all of her online videos now, so she's as bonkers as I am. In fact,
She
actually,
is completely bonkers. She's great.
I don't think you can be as bonkers as Katie Reid. She's wonderful. Lovely, lovely lots, and lovely Evelyn as well. Mwah. Mwah. There you go. Right, let's go. Box number 5, which is.
Is it?
Oh, are you sure? Okay. Okay. Yeah. To see the more sort of lemon yellow form of this gemstone, spodumene is a real boon. Now, I will forgive all of the irregularity of shape on this strand for the quality of the gemstone, because you wouldn't necessarily be using these as they are on the strand together like that. You're talking about, would you just have a little look at the relative clarity? I mean, we're not going to be talking absolute, completely and utterly eye clean, but we're talking some really, really good visibility, and we're also talking about nearly 150 carats of this gemstone in some of its most collectible forms and colours. Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't dare look.
Yeah. That's how the reindeer would sound if you really surprised it.
Yeah. I think that's really pretty just as it's, you know, if you just restrung it, I don't know which is the correct.
It's very... Sheridan, you might want to close your ears from what I'm about to say. I'm going to make a gemstone heathen statement. I would quite like this displayed. Fingers in ears. I've told you, I've warned you.
She'll tell you off, you know.
On wire displayed outside in the garden. Oh, can't believe I just said that. Can't believe I just said that.
I don't think it'd stay there for long if you did that. Somebody'd have it.
That's very true, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. The big, these, I love this. Whenever you've got a headache, take one of these. No, it's, it looks a bit like a painkiller container, doesn't it?
It does.
Like there should be tablets for something in there. Connoisseurs are brilliant. Now, I've known about connoisseurs not just through JewelleryMaker. In fact, I've never done any connoisseurs here at JewelleryMaker, but through another company as well. And they are just incredible. They are the bee's knees at what they do. Their products, you never have to think about. You never have to think about whether their products will do what they say will they do. Do we have any? Oh,
Don't lose
okay.
It is, yeah.
Okay, let me just get into this.
Don't lose it.
Okay, is this a...
It's my engagement ring.
Okay, so that's a diamond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it is filthy. It is filthy.
Sheridan's like, let's look at the state of it.
I've got a dazzle stick at home, a
See how-
connoisseur's dazzle stick, and I need to use it more often than I do.
Yeah, you certainly do.
Look at that, it's filthy.
Because no, it's not really. It's not. It's the way. You know, the more intricate and the more complex a setting is, the duller sometimes the metal. I mean, it's an amazing
it's
diamond.
platinum as well,
Right,
so
let's get in.
It doesn't shine
Right,
as much as
you hold that a
silver
second
would.
if you will. Let me just get one of these. Get one of these out,
Flying thing,
and
right?
these are just incredible. So this is your little go-to. And how many are in here? 25. So this is your little go-to. So rather than going,
Yeah, you're not getting the ring.
I've got to get all of the jewellery. I've got to get it all out of the box. I've got to get it all down from the loft, all of Grandad's old pieces and this, that and the other. This is your go-to when you just look at your own piece of jewellery and you say, that doesn't look right.
Yeah.
There's something about that doesn't look right at all. And this is, actually, you've just said that this is a platinum band,
Yeah.
haven't you? So I'm just going to go around that and just give it a little... Actually, do you know what? You've looked after this very, very nicely indeed. In fact, a dazzle stick might be...
Well, the dazzle stick's really good
Might be
because I can get
more
it into the nooks and crannies.
in
but
order
you can
here.
with
Well, let's just see.
the corners of that as
With
well.
a very,
can't you?
very rudimentary quick. And that's all it takes. There's no kind of special method at all. It's the active ingredients inside these beautiful little... And they don't need to be any bigger than they are. And actually, to be honest with you, it's not as terrible. It's not.
Is it not bad?
It's not as
I
terrible.
do clean it occasionally.
As first it may have given the impression, he says, being very diplomatic. Obviously, you might want to get into the little nooks and
Yeah,
crannies
like
as
to
well.
put the
And they also
corners.
do a a dazzle stick as well, which has a little tiny brush on the end of it. What you can do is just take the corners into these smaller areas, or maybe use a cocktail stick to pass a little bit in there as well. Obviously don't damage the piece of jewellery, but that's done an amazing job. And actually, do you know what? There you go.
Look at that. Ugh.
And that was only just a few seconds of rubbing backwards and forwards there. There you go. It's amazing, isn't it?
Can I borrow that now and kind of clean the rest of them?
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'll send you an invoice a little bit later. Right, let's go next with... Oh, yes, that's here, isn't it? Where are you? There you are. Look at the time.
Oh my God.
This is a 6-hour show. Hang on a second. How is there only like 5 minutes relatively left? Good evening and morning, everyone. Because there'll be some people who are watching this first thing on, Sunday morning. Oh, got windy pops now. Bit late for that. Right, time for some chrome dioxide right now in wheels. I don't know that I've ever seen this in wheels, because I almost know that I would have gone, right, okay, I'm having that, because wheels are my favourite shape of gemstone, completely and utterly. And I have some Ethiopian opal wheels.
I just love the colour of this.
It's just irresistible, isn't it? It is one of those that I don't know, I mean, there's like a primal attraction to the colour green anyway, isn't there, I think? I think people love it. I love it because of the garden, I love it because of nature. But that's extremely luminous. Look, she's doing them all now.
Yeah, I'm cheating. I'm just doing them in situ.
No, that's a good way of doing it. So 101.95. I mean, for the quality and the calibre of this gemstone, it's incredible. But that's an instant bracelet for me, isn't it?
And actually, it looks really nice with your shirt as well, because you've got a bit of green in the shirt.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I think you could rock that.
Yeah. I'd love to.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. And all I did was clean one ring. 49.95. You're welcome. 49.95, which is less than half of the price tag that it really should be for this, which is bonkers. And at 45 carats, you're looking at around about £1 per carat, which this gemstone... Well, listen, you only have to look at the country it comes from to know entirely the story of, even without knowing the rarity and scarcity of this gemstone, it is actually how easy it is to obtain supplies of this gemstone. Never mind the minus 45 degrees conditions that it's mined in and the only few weeks in a year. And wasn't there a whole year where there was absolutely no mining whatsoever? I can't remember, it was a relatively recent year as well. It was the last couple of years, wasn't it? Where actually they were like, oh, Hannah Osborne. She's just been over, look. She's just been over. Well, I've shown the nation now.
The Tanzanite one was filthy.
She's just been over like a couple of her... Yeah. So you would rather that not be on your jewellery and it be looking at its best, and you should rather it all the oxidation and things on there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm seeing you in a whole different light now.
I ought to take them off more often than I do.
Which ones? Yeah.
Oh, I love those.
Lavender. Right, we're going to do some Keshi pearls. They're biggies as well, by the way. Let's do... Already. Can you believe it? Lavender metallic freshwater cultured Keshi pearls now. Out of all of that jumble of words, the only one that's really important is Keshi. Because, to be honest with you, when it comes to Keshi pearls, I would say get as big a variety into your collection as you possibly can, because they are some of the most beautiful, they're some of the most interesting. I mean, you know, I know it's horses for courses, and some people are perfectionists. They're looking for only the perfectly round, that's all I want, that's how I denote and see value. But actually, in the great scheme of things, and the two can work side by side, but what a personality these have. They have got that lovely metallic shimmer and shine to them. They've got that lovely... Now, lavender, you almost say lavender in a soft voice,
don't you?
It's lavender. Because lavender smells very nice. So we associate it with being genteel and gentle and very kind and ladies in lavender. You know what I mean? And yet, this is not, it's not a pastel wishy-washy kind of pushover kind of colour, is it, at all? In fact, it doesn't go with the word lavender. Okay, right. So for a Keshi pearl that is metallic and lavender, that is absolutely natural, he says seriously with a straight face with a pair of antlers on. Do you know what? I do get the irony of that. $39.95 is very, very unusual. In fact, Sheridan, who has much more experience of selling this kind of material regularly here at JewelleryMaker, that a metallic strand very rarely falls under the £50 mark. So we're already at $39.99, but we're almost out of time for this show. So we're going to bash, smash, crash, and something else. I'm out of ash words now. No, not that one. Here we go. 22. You just made me say that out loud. $22.95. Wow. Now, for those early birds who are up when it's 10 to 8 on Sunday morning, you'll be glad that your body clock wasn't quite what it ought to this morning. I'm getting like that. I'm getting like that now.
Are you?
I never wanted that to be that person that opened their eyes when the sun came up.
And just,
And it's happening more and more often.
I'm still struggling with it, but we have a puppy, so we kind of have to.
Oh, I've got two gorgeous cats. Two gorgeous cats, and they're like nocturnal.
Oh.
You go to bed and they're like, "Way, fun time, fun time." During the day, don't see hide nor hair off them. They're just wrapped up together like a figure of 8.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, they're sisters, so they just curl up. Right, we have less than 20 of these available, and there's already a fair few being allocated as we are live just after 10 to 10 on Saturday night.
Saturday, yeah.
But if it's 10 to 8 on Sunday morning for you, okay, I am going to show you something right now that I don't have in my hands, and nor does Hannah. So this is like magic. So I'm going to show you, no idea yet what it is myself, to be honest. It's
Which one?
Oh, right, okay, now we know. Leah's trying to focus in on something, thinking it was one of Hannah's lovely baubles.
Yeah.
So many to choose from. PQRF06 is 925 sterling silver curved line bead charms. Now, these are around 10mm. That's a biggie for a sterling silver charm, isn't it? There are 3 of them. I don't have them to physically hold in my hand, unfortunately. So we're just going to drop them down to an amazing price. Gram weight is 2 grams. Too low. Too low for 2 grams. £8.95. And actually, that it's funny, isn't it? Because you can think about those in a Christmas sense. You can think about them in a general jewellery sense. You can think about it in lots and lots of different contexts. Oh, but I don't have the boxes. Lovely. So £8.95. You get 3 of them. Now, I'm sorry I don't have them physically to show you, but they are 10mm round, so they are 10mm round. Okay, to end the show tonight, I've got a real rarity, and you may never have seen this gemstone before. I absolutely adore it. I love it. I first encountered it probably about 5 years ago. When I accidentally took a picture of it at a previous company at their headquarters in India and took a picture of this rough, not knowing what it was, knowing what the name was, and posted it online, and they went, we haven't even told anybody that we're launching that yet. Get that picture off. But Bumblebee Jasper, which is just incredible. I mean, this is naturally how this gemstone occurs. It's awesome. it's much more expensive than that to buy, let me tell you. When you find one single piece in a piece of jewellery, we have less than 20 chances. So this is the one that I am going out on this late show, is this. I actually love that they are very, very similar shapes. It's almost like sail shapes, isn't it?
Yeah, they are. Oh my gosh, have you seen what she did with the price?
Oh, so they're so gone. Whether that's happening before I disappear live on Saturday night, or well, it'll definitely have been gone by Sunday morning. If you are watching on Sunday morning, by the way, on the repeat and the replay, you've got Elle coming up. In fact, let's have a little butcher's, shall we? Elle is coming up with Gemma Crow. Let's see what information that we've got. Let's see what gossip is on the old web. Sunday. Right, so Breakfast Club with Elle and Gemma Crow. Christmas in July. Fabric baubles.
Fabric covered baubles, yeah, they're amazing.
Oh.
She's very talented, that lady.
Oh, so I'm going to have to set my alarm quite early then to see Gemma's lovely baubles. Honestly, my life dominated by baubles this weekend. Right, then 11 o'clock. Deal of the day at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. We've got Kingman turquoise smooth bars. What?
Ooh, turquoise?
75 carats off. Hello. There's a bauble necklace with Gemma at midday. Let's see who's on the mid-show. Mid-show is Monica Seltesh. And, lovely Vicky Gordon is on for the afternoon. And then let's see who's on the lid show.
Claire.
Oh, it's Claire.
Yeah.
Claire McDonald and Elle. Oh, so Elle's on the double. She's on the morning and the late show tomorrow. And Claire McDonald is here on the late show on Sunday. It doesn't tell you what she's doing. Well, we've got to see Claire's lovely baubles as well.
A robin, I think, and
she's got a robin, lovely robin.
Definitely a robin.
Oh, book launch at 6 o'clock on the late show on Sunday. Is that it? Are we done? Are we done? How
really
can we be done,
quickly.
Hannah?
I don't know.
When are you back?
I'm back for International Beading Week.
Oh, at the end of July.
At the end of July, yeah.
Don't forget the DVD. It's gone already. Mine's gone. Mine's gone. So, yeah, lots of them have as well. So do get the Hannah Osborne Lovely Baubles DVD, because it's going to be a sellout across the nation.
Thanks.
Quite frankly. Thank you, and I'm sorry that you've had to...
It's been fun.
It has been fun, hasn't it? Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of final treat. Have a look at his haunting face. Haunting face, dirty shirt.
It's like, yeah, we can't just go out on that.
That needs the batteries to so go flat. Listen, enjoy the rest of your Christmas in July weekend. I will see you probably soon. Christmas next time, and see you soon. Take care, lots of love.
Jewellery Makers, this weekend we have an absolutely jam-packed, fab weekend. It's the height of summer, and what perfect gemstones should we have? Of course, pearls. Well, we have our two pearly queens, the lovely Fleur and the amazing Jan, as a collaboration for the first time on air together. They're going to be working together with the Knotty Do-It-All tool to show you exactly how amazing this product is. But wait a minute. Summer, I'm inspired by all things colourful, flowers, the birds in the sky. Wait a minute, what? It's July. You want me to do Christmas in July? Okay, I like Christmas. It's also Christmas in July. Make sure you're there, Jewellery Makers. Don't miss out. It's going to be a fun weekend.